The line.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Oh, hi, guys.
Hey, that's why I have a countdown.
I don't know how to do that. I'm not that fancy. Don't be silly. Hey, Heather Rhodes, Catherine J, Lacey Silver, Mods, Judy Lee, Marie Marion, Rain Virus. I love
was that ma ha ha? What was that?
Mods.
A little early in the game for the. Nah, I'm kidding.
I was singing to my mods.
Yes, nothing wrong with that. Are you doing something different with your eyes?
What's that?
I said, are you doing something different with your eyes?
I purchased a different eyeshadow at Sephora, and I'm told that purpley color brings out your green if you have green eyes. And so I know that I look like My Name is Rhonda from 1987, getting ready to go to darts.
Whoa. What's wrong with 1987?
I realized that I look like My Name is Debbie, and I just got home from bowling league in 1982, but I like it.
Well, I was actually complimenting
Debbie.
I was actually complimenting it. I wasn't fishing for the you look like the bowling league girl from 1987. And 1987 was great.
Also, what's wrong with the bowling league girl from 19? I wasn't making her look bad. I was saying though I looked like I stepped out of the 80s because it's a loud eyeshadow.
I kind of got to think about the 80s. I'm not sure if you know that.
I was born in the 80s. I don't know if you knew that. It's hard to tell because I don't have any forehead wrinkles.
It's true. It's true. In fact, I thought you were 34 until just recently.
That's weird. Reese,
no, it's really not.
You look like a sexy ski bunny that just walked off. Tommy said I look like I just left a Grateful Dead concert.
You know what? There's kind of a hippie thing. Like if you had bells on your ankles and you were spinning in circles, I could kind of see that.
There's the peace sign too.
Yeah, I'm telling you. The collar, there's some Grateful Dead stuff around.
Thank you, Third Eye Open. That was very kind. Hey, Mary Barons, it's very nice. Thank you, honey. And thank you to everyone. I'm embracing it. Again, I know that it's going to be weird for some people, but I'm only going to do it every once in a while. And it really does make the green. It kind of pulls some of the green.
Yeah, but what if I dig it? West Coast Fancy Nancy, Deadhead here. I like it.
She's amazing.
I saw a lot of shows myself. What's that?
She's amazing. Hey, Buffy. Hey, DS Kitty Diane, Cindy G, Angie Mo, Jamie Palmer. Thank you, Jamie Palmer. Judy Lee and Armine. Lots of dark roast. What are you wearing? Is that a dress? No, this is just a top. It's just a flowy. I don't know if you're familiar with the brand Current Air. I was obsessed with Current Air years and years ago, and they got weird with their fabrics and mixing too many patterns. So I don't do it now, but that's my point. I don't know what I was saying. Wendy R, Gemini Girl, Iwa, Chica Cherry Cola, Tampa B Man. Am I blocked? No, you are not. And hello, Tampa B Man. Hey, Island Hippie Girl.
How are you?
Susie with an S. Why not have fun with makeup?
And you know the whole I'm only going to do it every once in a while thing. What if I really dig it?
Thanks, honey. You know what? I'll probably do it in Ecuador a lot more because let's be honest, I was made for the beach. My clothes are beachy. You know this. Well, look who it is. Your purple eyeshadow is giving me all the feels. I'm so happy to see you over here. I love you. I'm beachy. I have a lot of caftans. You know that, right?
Beachy. Yes.
Beachy. And I think this is beachy makeup. Do you think? I do.
Well, the very first time I saw you was one of the first things I saw. Honestly, I thought, this chick is beachy. One of the first things that jumped right off the page at me. I can't back that up. No disrespect, but beachy? Yes, no, that's not where I was going with that.
Is that why we met in Florida for the first time? This chick is beachy. Margie
Yes.
Barr. Hey, speaking of Renee B, guys, she went to Thailand and she brought me back a scarf that I received in the mail, and I need to show it real quick. It's incredible. It might be my favorite scarf. Look at this.
That is gangster.
It goes with my eye shade.
Well, exactly. It absolutely matches the eyeshadow.
This chick is beachy. Hey, Carolina.
It was the first thing I noticed.
Woman of Wonder, welcome back. Renee B, thank you so much for this. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Renee B, did you enjoy it?
She did. We texted. Yep. She was on
WhatsApp. I have been there.
I wish I knew how to tie a scarf. Hey, baby steps. Thank you, Rain. Rain, I thought of you. Hey, Donna Cooper. Rain and I have similar taste in clothing. Rain is stuck in the 80s. She loves the 80s.
Don't say that like it's a bad thing.
Babe, I think it's the only thing I hate about the 80s is I don't remember it. Like I didn't live.
Well, I don't really either, but I'm still sure it was a damn good decade.
It's
a little hazy. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple of chunks there in the 80s that I don't remember well, like from 81 to say 93. Kind of that chunk of the 80s is a little vague. Sweet Karen.
Thank you. Thank you, Catherine J. Thank you for becoming a member, guys. That really is helpful. It's very kind.
And it gives you a warm and fuzzy.
Hey, Kilo Nova. I haven't seen you for a little bit. It's nice to see you. The 80s have the best tunes, no question. Yeah, Tommy and I love the 80s music. Thailand is inexpensive, and I enjoyed the island we were on. I remember the 80s. We were the last.
Rain virus. I'm stuck in the 80s like a high school football pro is stuck in that one game. I get it. Makes perfect sense to me.
Drink out of the hose, come home when the street lights came on.
Yeah. Don't you think that this has 80s vibes where I live?
My upbringing was a little different, but yeah, no, I get it. And Live the 444 Dream. I'm pretty sure you might know my upbringing.
I do.
I was going to say something.
No.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember the 80s. Oh, you asked me, is it 80s there? Yes. Yeah. It is kind of
neon.
Yeah. I played a lot of 80s music on that speaker there and just jammed out to the waves. I took a walk every morning. Tommy wouldn't go with me sometimes because he'd talk to his mom or something on the phone. And I'd go, I'll be back. You just talk to your mom. And I would go get us coffees. And I would just put in my headphones and listen to 80s music. And it was actually one of my favorite parts of being there. Just the beach, the waves.
The sound.
Billy Idol.
Yeah. Billy Idol cranking on the, you get in the taxi cab and it's like listening to the top 40 in 1986. They just groove to the 80s.
It's very 80s to not remember much of the 80s.
That's how you can tell if they were there. It sounds like somebody that was there.
This is the 80s culture, sister. You brought it tonight with the purple eyeshadow. I was going to ask you about it. Live the 444 Dream. It's supposed to pull out green eyes. I'm not going to do it all the time, but it feels right in my soul. Joanne Hawley.
I kind of dig it.
Reese, you look beautiful. Hi, Tommy. Hope you're feeling much better and you look cute too.
Why, thank you. What kind of thing to say?
Love her. Thank you, Joanne Hawley. You know, I think I have a text from a few of you that I haven't answered. I'm really behind on texts. Live the 444 Dream. I think I'm you, Joanne Hawley. I've got quite a few I need to answer, and I apologize. I'm kind of checked out. I didn't do a show today on my channel. Thanks, Live the 444 Dream. I'm not myself today. Not feeling it. Period's coming. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if it's perimenopause.
Again?
You do this every time.
Sorry. It's a tradition at this point.
Tommy doesn't understand the difference between ovulating and a period. So if I'm like, babe, I'm ovulating and it hurts, he's like, again? I'm like, if I'm on my period, he's like, again? He thinks they're the same thing.
No, it's not that. It's just that they seem to come 5 or 6 times a month, which doesn't make any sense. But or my days are blending together and I'm just shocked every time that you say it. I'm like, wait, what?
It makes me laugh every time because my favorite show is The Sopranos, and Christopher Moltisanti is talking to his girlfriend, and she's like, I can't have kids. She says, I was in an accident and it pierced my uterus. And he goes, both of them?
Oh, that's classic. You know, I never saw that show.
I can't believe it. It's such a good show.
Everybody says it is, but I missed it.
Yeah, kind of like the 80s. So, yeah, use a calendar, Tommy. I know when I'm about to start or ovulate. So get it right, babe.
One of the best things about Ecuador is that if you ask me what day of the week it is, there's like a 80% chance I'm going to get it wrong. It's just a very kind of laid back. It's I don't do a lot of calendar stuff.
Yeah, no, I noticed.
Judy Lee gets it.
Babe, you're a little angel and you're really cute. You can get away with stuff. I'm serious because you're really, really cute and you make up for it in other ways. You're a little baby angel. You're everything with the wings.
I'm having what now?
You're everything with but the wings.
Oh, what kind of thing to say?
I love your eyes with more color. I grew up in the 80s, but I'm serious. Thank you, Judy Lee. You guys look cute together, but love Tommy and Johnny together too. Well, who doesn't? Honestly.
You know why she's saying that though is because I was tricked into drinking some Reaper sauce today. You should have my calendar. Everybody should have my calendar.
Mike Bragg, he is not digging himself a hole, I promise.
Actually, I mastered that, got a PhD, and then decided I might go for another line of work. Not so good. I was tricked, Cindy G. You stop that.
Yeah. Every month during our Zoom calls is right when I'm about to start, Lumen. Every month, you're usually crampy. Mm-hmm.
Really? Right before the Zoom calls?
Yep.
So I'll be doing the again right before?
I'm usually popping Advil on those Zoom calls. All of us ladies wore a side pony. I wore a side pony on my show the other day, Deb.
One of the best parts of that movie. Love her side ponytail.
Deb in Napoleon Dynamite.
In Napoleon Dynamite.
Your mom goes to college.
I love the joy he takes in that one.
Hey, Peanut.
Yes.
So we're doing a show today.
I wasn't told.
Well, your calendar. I have a little. Oh, that's really rude. That is my favorite drink right there ever.
It's not what it looks like. I took an empty one and filled it with ice water.
It is my favorite. It's pure blueberry juice. And I drink like a carton of that a day in Ecuador, and you can't get it here. And I miss it. And I flipped out on you and Johnny last time I was there because I was like, where is it? And Johnny's like, the store didn't have any. Your mom goes to college. I was like, you better get it right, man.
You know the good news? I now buy it in the 20 pack because you don't have to refrigerate it until after you open it. So I just fill up the entire cupboard with them. And then each time I toss one out, I go through a couple a day.
That's a lot, babe. That's a little
not all of the blueberry. I drink a lot of the naranja.
You like the orange. I don't like it at all. It's gross.
Ooh, I really dig the orange.
I don't, but I love the blueberry. I'm
sorry. I don't know. Honestly, it's...
So, Peanut?
Yes?
Good for you, Jamie Palmer. That's great. Dad finally asked me to delete that Cash App off his phone. I'm happy that you're happy about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that get taxed by those.
Snoopy?
Yes?
So I was on my channel the other day, and you hopped in.
I can see you. I just don't know how to say your name. What is that?
That's Martin. He's our friend in Denmark.
Oh. So a lot of consonants there. I don't think I see a vowel.
So I was on my channel the other day, and I want to talk a little bit about where we've been versus where we are now. Some of the things that we've learned, not that I'm not trying to preach to anybody, but it's fun to talk about this stuff. This is kind of my, I like to go into the weeds on stuff. Real talk. Yeah. And one of the first things I want to ask you about, I was saying this and you said you can tell me anything, anytime. Something I've learned from being alone and having girlfriends. And as you know, I lost my girlfriends. Hey, Nancy.
Yes.
Jane. I said to you that, remember, it was like it happened in 3. Like it happened like 2 weeks apart on each one. It was just like, boom.
Yeah, you were on a bad run there for a minute.
Yep. And it made me very sad. And the loss has still been hard for me. Hey, Megan Roberts. And I remember saying to you, this is hard for me because I don't have anybody to call now. Like, I really, really, in Scientology, I didn't have that kind of a relationship. And having it now really meant value to me to have female friends. And you said, you were like, well, you can always tell me stuff. And I said, I know, but I don't want to lean into you too hard. I really believe that you shouldn't be like the sounding board for everything. I don't want to overdo it. And then I start to rely on you. And I don't like that, because here's the thing. I did that before when we were together before everything, when we had an unhealthy relationship in the past and we weren't being honest with each other and we weren't communicating. I heard someone say today on a reel, he goes, people think they're good communicators, but they're really just making noise. Like, they're not actually talking. And I was like, gosh, that's true. I feel like you became my everything in those times. And I was like unhealthily attached to you. And I was like, you know, I feel like here's me, here's you. And like, if you weren't like everything I needed you to be, I'd fall. Like, I can't have that anymore. I need to be my own person. And so what are your thoughts on that? I just wondered, and that's off the cuff. I didn't like ask you this before we went live. I hate it because you and I talk most of the time. We'll talk till 1 or 2 in the morning. We'll talk like 3 hours a night. And then we'll talk in the morning while I drink my coffee and get ready for my day. And that's about it. We don't usually talk in the in-between part of the day because Tommy's doing his research for his evening show.
We text.
Well, we text all day, but our big chunk of talking time is at night. And then we catch up a little bit in the morning for like what we're doing for the day. And then that's it. We're like, talk to you tonight. So lately I've been having some issues and I'm missing those girlfriends. I'm like, man, sometimes it's nice to just talk to a fellow mom, like a friend who's a mom, and like get her, you know, thoughts on something. And I don't have that as much. I have Debbie Zito's in here. Like, I have friends. I'm not trying to say I don't, but I don't talk to them on the phone much. We text. And like Joanne Hawley, she's a close friend of mine, but we text and, hey, whine a little bit more. So same with Pat Jonas. But Tommy is way more in tune than most men, but a few things are better to talk through with girlfriends. I just think it's a healthy balance. Tommy can handle it all. Don't get me wrong. I can give it all to him. He can handle it. He really is a good communicator and listens. But what are your thoughts on like too much? Women need to talk process. Girlfriend keeps you on course. Yes. What are your thoughts on it being too much?
Well, a couple of things. If you go by stereotype, most guys are not into communication, period, right? They're more visual than they're, you know, communicative, and it's a different kind of a setup. Both of us spend a lot of time talking, right? We're people that do this for a living, and so I think it's a little bit different. And you're right. The last time around, I don't think you can compare the last time around. We weren't talking to one another. We were punching in, right, to talk at each other and make noise. But it was a very different setup. It was a very different thing. I think if you're communicating with somebody, that probably will work until female friends come around, right? And you have great women in your life now. I think what happened was that there were people that you spent a lot of time talking to that weren't great choices. But if you think about how you came up, even if you were raised like, you know, Ozzie and Harriet, and you went to school and everything was normal, and, you know, none of the stuff that happened to you, navigating friendships is like a minefield. Everybody makes absolutely horrible decisions in relationships. Everybody does it. And that's with friends, not just, you know, significant others or people that you date. It happens all the time with guys. The difference is guys will punch each other and it'll be over, right? Or we have a very different way of arguing. If you ever hear guys who hang out and talk with each other, it's a very different thing. Women are communicators, and they tend to do nasty stuff when they don't get along. I'd rather be punched in the face than have some of the stuff that goes on among mean girls.
Which brings me to, Reese, you can talk to a friend anytime you want. Just Joan. That's not entirely true for me. I wish that were the case, but I have been burned in the last 6 months by some female friends that, not necessarily, a couple of them, I feel like 1 or 2 there was some intentional, for sure, stabs in the back. But it more like, also, you have to choose your friends, your tribe. My good friend, I have a good friend. She says your tribe is your vibe. It's true. I was out with people who were very negative, and like I was saying on my channel the other day, one of them in particular would be like, you talk to Tommy, I don't want you to talk to him. You're going to get back with him. It didn't work the first time. Why would you? And it's like, that's not, I'd love to. Go ahead, Ethan. Welcome in.
Do you know something? That may be the funniest statement that anyone's ever said in the history of YouTube. Can we get a short of that? I'm here with my girlfriend, and I would like advice from Reese and Tommy. I'm kidding, but that's kind of a punchline waiting to happen.
Oh, thank you, Cindy G. It's not that easy, I find, and I also I've said this before. I didn't value friendships at all. I put no value on friendships being a Scientologist. It is truly the snitch culture. So like, you're not going to confide anyway. If I tell you something, you're going to go write a report on me. I had on the surface level friendships, and now I enjoy it very much, but I'm way more careful about who has access to me and who I want access to. It goes both ways. People overshare stuff with me, and I'm like, I don't necessarily, like, I'm out of the loop on purpose. I say that all the time now. I don't want to know. Like, I don't need to know if I'm not your friend. I'm not a looky-loo. I'm not trying to scope out like a car accident. I stay in my own, right? In my own healing space. Yeah. Pat says, you don't know who you can trust now. And Debbie, you're right. And so that's the only thing is, I know I can trust Tommy 100% with my life.
Sweet. So one of the, here's the deal. Wow. I don't think in the past, right? I don't think in the past you had any ability to set boundaries. And I think that you found yourself in a lot of situations with friends that took advantage of you in one way or another. And that can happen in ways that are really minor, but there are people that, will talk to you for 4 hours. And if you start chunking up that and you don't sort of put restrictions on things, you find yourself resenting friends, and you find yourself in situations where you just can't, a friend is somebody that you can count on, but they're not somebody that you can count on for 6 hours a day. And I think you've gotten a lot better at saying, you can come to here and not further. And that's probably
breaks. And also, this is a beautiful thing. I said it on my channel, and I really, truly believe in it. And I follow it all the time, guys. And I always say, like, I feel like a recovering alcoholic. I can't be around alcohol because I can't trust myself. I've never been a drinker, but know the difference between who is in your corner and who is in your business.
Right.
That's a friend. Those friends that I had literally would call me and be like, what's up with Tommy? What's up with your mom? Tell me about your childhood memory. It was like, I felt like Hannibal Lecter, like, tell me your worst memory of childhood and don't lie or I'll know. I was like, I don't know anything about you. And they were like, there's nothing to know. Tell me about, like, that's in your business. That's not in your corner. That's in your business. And so that's the other thing I have to be honest. I'm thankful that I learned these lessons, because I will never violate that going forward. I needed to learn that. But I'm still looking. I'm on the search for, like I said, I mean, I hate to, that feels disrespectful to my friends in this chat. But something a good friend told me recently is, you don't meet people, like, you meet people more organically. If somebody reaches out to you via email and goes, hey, I could be your best friend because I watch your YouTube channel and here's 40 reasons why we have so much in common and we should be friends. Like, that's a little, like, I don't know about that. It could be like,
get kind of gun shy doing this for work. It is a part of the whole process that gets kind of weird.
You have to be really careful, because then people come out against you and they're like, Reese is a terrible person and I've got the receipts on her. So that's where I'm at with that. Hey, Kevin Conklin, real friends never make you doubt your heart. I love that. Sophia, Sophia's in here. She's a friend of mine. There's a lot of Kim is Blue. I mean, I just don't talk to these people on the regular, but I know that I have friendships I can lean into. I could call Debbie Zito if I needed to. I could call Joanne Hawley. Like, I trust these women. I just kind of wish I had something a little bit closer.
That to me has been life-changing. I didn't have any friends in the real world, so to speak. And after coming here, there's a lot of expats that I hang out with.
Thank you, Martin. I love that. Lumen for sure. Yeah. So Ethan says, my girlfriend Katie is actually a distant cousin, but we found a way to legally get married a few years ago. Our family hates it, but we love each other. What should we do? Genuine question, by the way.
You found a way to get legally married a few years ago. So this is my opinion, is it's a legal marriage relationship. If they weren't a distant cousin, most of the states don't allow that kind of thing to happen unless it is a distant cousin. I'd be really shocked if all of us aren't distant cousins in some way or another. I mean, if it's not, if it's your uncle's, daughter, that's probably, illegal and probably not a great thing. But if it's a distant cousin, then, enjoy your life. And if your family's uncool with it, you know what? Sometimes there are going to be a lot of people that don't support the things that you're going to do. I would love is a valuable thing. It doesn't come around often enough in real form. And if you guys love each other, then go nuts. That's my opinion.
And I agree with what Tommy said as far as Kevin. That's so nice. As far as if you did this a couple of years ago, then that's great. It sounds like you already took care of it. I would say this. You said our family hates it, but we love each other. You have to go with what your heart says. And I know that sounds cheesy, but like you have to stand firm on what you believe and not look to the left or to the right of you because of what someone else is saying. Just because they're family doesn't mean that they know everything. Family will often say, I just want what's best for you. Do right. You? Is that true? Like, do you though? I don't always trust that. So Tommy's hat is called a newsboy cap.
This is a newsboy cap, correct.
Ethan, thank you for your question. That is really kind. Joanne Hawley, I think these friends you had when you had been out of Scientology that you grew close to knew how vulnerable you were. Yeah. So they got close and wanted to control you and try and fix you. That's not being a true friend. That is so accurate, Joanne. That's what it is. And I tend to gravitate to older people, men and women, friendship.
No.
Stop it.
Anna Nicole.
All right.
Sorry.
Get it out.
I got it.
Oh boy. Here we go. I always had this weird idea that if my female friends were much older, like in their 60s and I'm 41, I'm safe because they've done the work. They're mature. That's not true. And I'm finding that out now in life. And I'm glad that I did. But they were very much trying to control me more than my own mom. So Joanne, thank you for that. That's a great point. And thank you for your super chat.
Been a while since I cracked a good Anna Nicole joke.
It had been a minute. Yeah, it had.
Going to the well.
Wendy enjoyed it.
Yes.
And so did Buffy. So just live your life in love, and families will adjust. One, be happy for you in time, and then see how in love and happy you are. I agree with that so much. And here's the thing. If we did everything according to what our families think, we'd be miserable.
No question.
Yeah, I had to do this a long time ago with my mom, and I don't usually challenge my mom because I don't want to. I don't want to be disrespectful to her, even if I don't agree. But I remember one time, years ago, she'd constantly be like, well, Jim says that you should, and that's her current husband, who I consider my father. I have so much love and respect for him. I love him. And I really do turn to him for a lot of things. But one day she was like, Jim thinks you should do this. Jim thinks that's a bad idea. And that's kind of like how my friend was recently that was like, God says you should do this. God doesn't like it when you do. And I just said to her, I said, well, I don't follow everything Jim says. That doesn't fit for my life. And she looked a little shocked. And I said, Mom, you have to kind of go with what feels right. And if I'm going to go against what I feel right about, I would think any parent would say, well, don't do that.
Obviously, right?
Yeah. Caroline in Canada, this is the greatest tour ever. Love you. I love you too, Caroline in Canada. And thank you for being a member. That is really kind.
What a cool thing to say, too.
I'm 60 years old, and you're absolutely correct. Older women sometimes never grow out of, well, you know that for a fact, Diana H. Sometimes I do, Martin. Just Joan. You are a strong, smart woman, Reese. Trust what you feel. I trust your opinion, and hopefully you'll trust as much as I do. You got this. You have a great heart. Joan, that is a really nice thing to say. Thank you. I trust myself and love myself way more than I ever had at this point in my life. And so being a Scientologist, you don't do that. And I'm learning to do that. And Tommy has actually helped a lot with that. And I love this. I tell you guys this on my channel. I have a big issue with, like, I'm constantly triggered for the stupidest reasons, but I constantly, with people in the world, emails, anything, I will think, oh my God, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. And I start to panic. Internally, I will start to melt down. And Tommy is, I'm going to cry. He does this almost every night we talk. He goes, you are not in trouble. Remember that you are never, ever, ever in trouble with anybody ever again. You'll never be in trouble with me. You'll never be in trouble with anyone again. And it has strengthened my core. It's almost like working out. He does it every day. And it's such a reminder. And he's like, you'll never, and he'll text it to me just randomly throughout the day. He'll go, remember, you're never going to be in trouble ever again. And it's such, because he knows that's one of my biggest triggers. And to me, that is what relationships are. He worded this so much better than I can do justice to. But Tommy said our biggest thing was he didn't know my triggers. He didn't take the time to ever know them. And with a background like mine and with a background like his, you better not trip those triggers. And there's going to be a lot of them. And it takes work. And I want to let you talk, babe, because you made so much sense when you said, you were like, once I learned her triggers, it's like learning my language. We never had a fight again. Literally. When's the last time we had a fight? We used to fight 3 times a day.
Easily.
When's the last time we did? I can recall in the last few months a few times where I'd be like, I have to go to bed now. I'm tired and I need to take a step back. I really feel emotionally drained, but it's not you. It's whatever's going on in my life. And he will say, like, I respect that. I'm here. Like, please just take the time you need. But that's not a fight. When's the last time we had a fight? I couldn't tell you.
I'd have to get in my journal. It's been a long time. But we also, once you learn somebody's triggers, you'll realize if they're being triggered by something that isn't real. And you can say something like, did you just take something that I said, the wrong way? And if it is, what did I say? Or what did I text you? Because once you begin to see your triggers in action, right? If it usually will end up with us talking. And in the past, if we started to not get along, we would do this number. And if you pull away from your mate when you're fighting, then you just have the argument in your head, right? You make up their side of it, you make up your side of it. It's not like you walk away and go, I'm just going to relax and this is going to be over. You have to come together and actually work through that stuff if you want it to be over.
No question. And Debbie, I think a big part of that is the growth you've made in trusting yourself, listening to your own intuition, and standing on your own. I think that's the biggest part, Debbie. I think that could be potentially the only part, is that I've started to like me, and I used to really, really care about what other people thought, and now I don't. Now I'm like, well, that's your issue. And that's the other thing. I saw this great reel today of a woman that said, people carry around, Megan Roberts, thank you for becoming a member. People carry around these suitcases, and some of it's like anxiety, childhood trauma, guilt, like all these things, sure. Right? We carry all this weight. Everybody does it. And sometimes somebody will come along and give you their suitcase. And you have to learn to break that habit of taking it and picking it up. Like, you have to go, that's your issue. That is not like, I'll talk you through stuff. I'll listen, but like, I'm not going to take on the weight of what you're carrying there. Right.
I think you nailed that, right? Because if a relationship is good, what happens is you guys both put the suitcase on the ground and then just go through it together. You know what I mean? And then I think in a perfect world, between working on yourself and working on a relationship, ideally you can lighten the hell out of that suitcase and maybe stop carrying it all together. But that's why, who cares if you call to complain about something that's bothering you, or you just want to vent? None of that stuff bothers me. I think it's essential that you have a balance. I think that's a good thing for everybody, but it never bothers me. Really, it's more reason the longer that you talk to people, the more you understand them, the less likely you are. And we did a hump job of that in the beginning. But the communication thing has gotten really different, and it's considerably healthier. And the crazy thing is, we do a hell of a lot more of it. So yeah, obviously, it's not being a bummer.
But I also feel like you pointing that out was a huge breakthrough to say, I now understand your triggers, because in the past, when we would have a fight and we would get upset, both of us would take it personally on the other and be like, why would you say that? And it's like, because that's a trigger. I'm triggered. It's not you. This isn't about you. Like, I'm upset right now and you're not handling that I'm triggered. Instead, you're just making the fire bigger by being like, you know what? I'll just talk to you later. You're obviously pissed. And like, that doesn't.
Or worse, something passive aggressive.
Yeah. But it's very much like, now I look at Tommy and I as like, we don't do that because I'm like, wait, I even have to remind myself, if I start to feel flustered, I'm like, we're on the same team. He is not trying to trigger me. So like, wake up. Like, that's not what's going on. Sometimes my instinct is still to do that, like Scientology reaction of like, well, what's going on? Like getting angry with the person. Right. And so I immediately will think like, Tommy is my cute.
That was a sneeze.
A little cat sneeze.
It did sound a little moosish, didn't it?
It did.
Hey, great. See the reference? That's like your opinion, man.
Yeah, it is your opinion, man. Yeah, it's just, I now see it as we're on the same team. He's not, and I'm not, right? Like, neither one of us are trying to be like, why? Poke. Like, neither one of us are ever going to do that to each other again. I don't do that to friends. I don't do that to people. I'm not like I don't bait people into fights. It's not my thing. I really effing avoid that if I can.
The important thing about digging into triggers and getting like communication rolling, what happens, I think it certainly happened in every relationship I've had prior to this right here and right now. You end up getting pissed and then not talking about it. And you just stick it in a filing cabinet and you wait for the next one or the final one that blows up enough that you just pull all of that crap out and throw it at somebody at once. And it's really unhealthy. If you keep really short accounts, you know what I mean? You never let pissed off go for more than a couple of minutes. If it starts, you just start the conversation and try to figure out why the other person is bummed out.
It builds. And then it's like, you and I, like, days would go by and it was bad, guys. It was really unhealthy what we had going on in the past versus now. And I wanted to talk about that because I think it's really important to see where people are versus where they are now. And something that not just haters, but even my friends that I had would try to hold that version of me to who I was versus who I am now. Do you know what I mean? Like, people will come along and be like, yeah, but don't forget that you did this. And it's like, sure. And don't forget that I grew from it, took accountability, and I changed that behavior. Like, I really don't like people who try to hold you to a version of who you were in the past. Does that make sense, babe?
Absolutely.
I don't like that either. Like, allow people to change and grow and allow people to make giant mistakes and then see how they react and respond to those mistakes. Because not everybody is a piece of crap. Like, some people actually go, hey, I really messed up. And I love what Joanne Hawley said. What happened needed to happen in order to get you to where you are now. I agree with that very much. Thank you, Donna.
You know what? I think it was a toxic blend of the fact that I think we instantly loved each other, but didn't like each other very much. And the love part, we figured, the like will come along, and it doesn't. You have to work your ass off at that. That's just something that you absolutely have to work on. It's the love part you don't. She's never seen the movie. Can you imagine? It drives me nuts. I've been trying to get her to watch it now for how many years now?
Over the line!
Over the line! I'm sorry, it's one of our favorite films.
That creep can roll, man.
14, dude. 14.
It is our most moderately priced receptacle.
You got a coffee can? Is there any Ralphs around here?
This isn't Nom. There are rules.
Right.
That's one of my favorites.
Who does the scheduling?
Huh?
I said, who does the scheduling? Down at the bowling house? I've told that crowd 400 times.
They're calling the cops, man. Put the piece away.
I don't roll on the Sabbath.
It is a show dog with papers. Hey, Roberta. Question, what do you do if you have ASD, autism spectrum disorder? Well, I don't know, Buffy, because I don't know what that means.
Well, it depends on, when you say the spectrum, like it's a difficult thing to pinpoint exactly. Some people struggle really hard if they are on the spectrum, depending on where they are. There are people that struggle with relationship stuff, the ability to sort of handle the communication aspects of it. But some people on the spectrum are unbelievable communicators. It just sort of depends on where you're at. I would ask for professional help in anything that is difficult beyond what you can do. We both do that as well, right? The therapy thing is a huge part of what we're doing.
Lenore Rain Virus said, I have a friend who loves that movie so much all her animals are named after the characters. Guys, I will pick up Gert and I will show her to Tommy. And Rain, if you know this movie well enough, you'll know this Julianne Moore line. I'll pick up Gert and show her to Tommy and go, do you remember Uli?
She's fantastic in that.
I call her Uli all the time.
Yeah,
do you remember Uli? Yes, Rain, that's hilarious. Lenore Gray, hey, you two beautiful people inside and out. Your interaction is refreshing, heart. Thank you, Lenore. And I'm happy to see you, babe. Thank you for the super chat. This is so powerful right here. Silence helps resentment grow. That is no doubt true for me. No doubt.
Yeah, Buffy, that's hard. That end of the spectrum is very difficult. I have a relative that has Asperger's and has the complete inability to read social cues. It is a more difficult thing, to be sure, because sometimes you will say things that you don't realize are going to damage somebody's feelings. It takes a special partner to understand some of the differences that we have. She has
an Uli. That's hilarious.
That is hilarious. But you would have to have an Uli if you had, right? Do you have two Lebowskis?
You remember Uli?
My room really tied the room together, dude. What?
Look at this place, man. Do I look like I'm effing married?
the seat's up.
The love in both of your eyes. You look so happy with each other. Thank you so much. And I love Robin Miners. You two have always loved each other. You didn't know how to show it, but you figured it out. An amazing example of kindness and communication. I'm so damn happy for you.
Damn.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you, Robin Miners. And I hope you had a good birthday again. She got a cat. We found ours and it was going to be Maud, but turned out to be a boy. So now it's Rusty Shackelford. Well, I don't know if you know this, but sometimes I call Tommy Jackie Treehorn or Carl Hungus.
I'm hearing about the pipes.
You don't know how many times Tommy's like gotten out of the shower and walked past me and I'm like, is Carl Hungus here? Oh my God, I didn't know he was here. Look, it's
Jackie Treehorn. You make a mean Caucasian, Jackie.
Such a great movie. It's such a quotable movie.
It is such a quotable movie. Wait, you mean Coitus? Such a great film. You know what's funny? There's enough people that know my kid that you'll get a kick out of this. When my first wife and I divorced, Spanky was about 12 or 13. And the following year, he discovered The Big Lebowski. And he's like, Dad, have you ever seen The Big Lebowski? I'm like, oh, man, why do you watch that? But we would cue it up at the same time, at the exact same time, and watch it together from two different states. And I've seen that movie so many times, it's almost embarrassing.
I have too. I've seen it a lot. It's a great movie.
Buffy saw a Labradoodle.
There are rules, huh?
I said Buffy saw a Labradoodle.
She did, and she thought of Bobo. Donnie, you're out of your element. Poor Donnie.
Poor Donnie.
Donnie was suppressed by Walter big time. They're gonna kill that poor girl.
I love when he walks off and he goes, baby. He just won't stop.
You want a tow? I can get you a tow by 3 o'clock.
You don't want to know where, but I can get you a tow. Ha! Amateurs! Just get a tow, a little green nail polish. Ha! In the parlance of our time.
He's a good doctor and thorough.
Oh, I use that one. So that's one of those lines that I use all the time. Anytime someone says thorough, I'm screwed. I got to do that. I can't not do it. He's a good man and thorough.
And thorough. Please see him, Jeffrey.
You know what? Love that movie.
I've never seen that.
You want to talk about quotable? The doctor said her womb was a rocky place where my seed would find no purchase. That movie is fall down funny. I promise you. You know who's in it? You're one of your favorite people.
Nicolas Cage.
No.
Anthony Hopkins?
No.
Yes.
No, but the other guy from The Big Lebowski. Walter.
Give us some money, Lebowski.
Walter's in that movie.
The tall guy that played the devil in Constantine?
No. Walter. Heck's the matter with you?
I love John Goodman.
Well, and he's great in that. Mighty good breakfast flakes, Miss McDonough.
I have to say, I really love John Goodman. I really do.
That is a funny, funny movie, man. There are so many great lines in that.
Amateurs. My dirty laundry, dude. The whites. Wes says, I'm 63. I've been single all my life. Not in a relationship for 35 years. Happy for the last few years, but definitely a longingly life now that I'm older. Wow.
You know what, Wes Lightburn? The fastest growing segment of dating on planet Earth is people above the age of 60. There are more people above the age of 60 dating than high school kids.
I would know.
Right? Just ask Anna Nicole over here. Hey, for the record, yeah. In fact, I'm considered a way too young.
Mama said not to, but I did it anyway. Misbehaving.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah, I like the olds.
Jane Aldrich says John Goodman is great and everything. The only thing I didn't like him in was that second rendition of the Blues Brothers, which kind of broke my heart. Just should never have happened. It's like Caddyshack 2 should never have happened. There are just movies you don't make a second one of. I'm sorry.
You good?
I'm sorry.
Susie with an S, then your time's coming, girl, because I think it's a time to be alive. I wash my hands to keep away from Satan. Mary Baronzoni has a boyfriend, and she's 11 years older than him.
Nice.
I like it.
Cougar.
The opposite of what I do.
Yes. What are you saying? You calling me old?
Not old enough. I wish you were more crispy, babe. Hey, Meredith Lynn.
Meredith Lynn, good to see you.
I take that back. I actually sometimes, I'm going to admit this on live television. Sometimes I wish you were younger. Hey, Bradley's human. And the reason for that is because I love you so much that I'm like, oh my God, I don't want him to die. But then I'm like, he's on.
He's what now?
I get nervous, babe. I get like really nervous about it. And I'm like, I don't want you to die sometime soon. But the good news is we're only 14 years apart, which that's my youngest future husband yet.
Right.
We went from 60-year age gap to 28 to 14. I think that by the time it's all over, I'm going to be dating somebody younger than me. Carl.
That's no.
That's
your fear is that once I'm gone, you're never going to be able to find anyone old enough to be with you. Lovely. That was romantic as hell. Somebody make a short of that.
You heard it.
Armine says this got dark. Yeah. See. So other people may have seen that.
You romantic devil.
I have a nice cane, actually. I do have a nice cane.
He is the perfect age. I just sometimes get sad thinking, what if he's too old?
Yeah, I'm getting younger. I'm not getting older. I'm doing the Benjamin Button thing. This has knocked years off my life.
Oh.
I could peel my shirt off. I'm in the best shape of my life. I think that happened once before.
What does Carl Hungus say?
I think it's for the cable, isn't it? He's really there for the cable.
Yeah, he's
you called about the cable. Holding up the. You were robbing the cradle. Anna Nicole robbing the cradle.
Yeah,
you got a better chance of picking up pixie sticks with your butt cheeks.
We got a better chance of playing pickup sticks with our butt cheeks and getting a hotel room tonight. Oh, that's true. And Joanne, thank you for your super chat. There's always taxidermy. Speaking of dark, Armine,
you have $35 and a really nice watch? No. Got $1.75.
Casio.
And a beautiful Casio.
$3. Whine a little bit more. I didn't realize how much I missed Tommy's Anna Nicole references. I kind of did too.
They're the gift that keeps on giving.
You know Research Cougar. Mike Bragg, that's a little offensive. Do I look older than Tommy? Babe, quick check. Forehead wrinkles. Both. Go. Ready?
Look at that. I got nothing.
Okay.
Mike no, hold Bragg. On. You don't even remember the tradition. Has it been that long? We'll do a forehead wrinkle check on 3. Are you guys ready?
Hey, Kat.
Pay attention.
Lift the head. Lift the hat.
No, that's not how we did this. I can't believe you don't remember this. I'm a little blown away. This is how this went. We would go 1. Are you ready? 2, 3. Yeah! And I would scare you. There you go. See? That's how we did it. It's a tradition around here.
Right. But Mike Bragg thinks I'm older than... Okay. All right. Look at my Shar-Pei with the hat on.
In fact, I screwed this hat on before we went live. It's like threads on a bolt.
Mike, who's older looking at
my... No, I think what he was saying is because you're so used to dating fossils that you're now basically a cougar. You're dating such a young man. That was that reference.
Thank you, Mr. Hungus.
It's Carl to you.
Mr. You said you like younger guys. No, I do not, Mike. I would rather stick my finger in a pencil sharpener. Age is just a number. Enjoy every moment together. Robin Miners for the win. Thank you, babe. And thank you for the super chat. Armina, you started it.
No. I think you started it when you were like, I really love you, but if you die, there aren't going to be any dudes to look at. Since I don't think you have anything to worry about.
You don't?
No.
You think you're going to live a long time?
Yeah, I do. I mean, this is the best shape I've been in, and I cannot remember how long. I'm dropping ugly weight, but not good weight. I'm in really good shape. I walk more now than I probably have since, back when I was staying with the United States of America's Justice Department.
Can't wait to test that out. You said you're in the best shape you've ever been in?
You heard me. So, we're rapidly approaching the new year. Here, kid.
We are. What about it? I'm off like that.
If I flew out to Bug Tussle, what did we do last? We had. We're working on a run of New Year's. We got to do something this New Year.
What do you want to do?
He's like a tortoise. That's right. I have yet begun to age.
I didn't know that, baby steps. That's kind of fun to know that about you. It's a nice little fact about you. Thank you for being a member, baby steps. What are you thinking for New Year's Eve? What's the big deal, fella?
Well, I think it's kind of like to make you an honest woman here at some point.
It's hard to get.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, in your bra.
I knew you'd get it. I didn't want to fur coats. We did do the fur coats. You remember I showed up on the anniversary of you being outed. Remember the phone outing?
Yeah, I kind of remember. There's something about that that's
you remember your brother Dwayne? You remember when your life exploded? Or did you forgotten? Well, a year later, I showed up for the 1-year anniversary and you were having a bad time. But you had on your fur coat, and I was like, don't move. I got one of those too.
That's not how it happened, babe. You had on yours, and I said, don't move.
Is that how it happened?
Wow, you have derailed.
You know something? It was a hard time.
Mike Bragg, are you still in here? Are you wondering who's older now? Good Lord. Beach
wedding on New Year's in Ecuador. I guess you can come to Ecuador.
Would you guys like to see that? Would anybody like to see it?
Why would they put us someplace cool?
Tommy,
yes, apparently I did have the coat on first. I also picked you up in the airport in that coat, didn't I?
Yeah.
I used to call it my airport coat because there's nothing funnier than walking through the airport 6'2" wearing a big white fur coat. You get the Diddy looks.
Interesting question. Who would you rather beat up? LRH back then before he created Scientology, or David before he got into power? Well, obviously I think the answer is LRH, because then Scientology wouldn't have happened.
No, I got to be honest with you. I'd rather beat up the the younger guy.
Why?
Because he's 4'2" and he just acts like he's 9 feet tall, and he's kind of famous for abusing people. He can use his position within the church to beat on people that are twice his size because everyone is terrified to touch him. I think he'd be fun to kick the ever-loving stuffing out of, but that's just one man's opinion.
But babe, that doesn't make sense because then that's just instant gratification. LRH.
Beating him up wouldn't be enough. I'd have to kill him, and that's not. I'm not signing up for that kind of nonsense.
Well, in Ecuador, you just send in it's a $15 fine. You just mail it in.
It's a $45 fine.
Yeah. We'd have to start a GoFundMe.
You want to hear something interesting? There is a referendum tomorrow in Ecuador that is set to try to repeal a bunch of the laws that were passed by the previous president. One of them has to do with the United States of America. So we'll be hearing a lot tomorrow's voting here, you see.
All right. Are you voting?
Yeah. I can't in this one, but I can in the next one.
That's pretty funny, Buffy.
Did you run across? See? That's great. It's funny as hell.
I saved.
I'm sorry. What did you just say? Why did your voice crack like you were a boy in puberty? You went, I saved
a couple of reels, and I'm going to repeat one of them. A guy asked about good advice on a new marriage. Babe?
Yes.
He said it's something that I thought was really interesting since we're talking about relationships, and I want to know your thoughts on this, and I'd love to know the crowd's thoughts. He said relationships are never 50-50 like people say they are. You know how people say, like, well, it's 50-50. You have to compromise. He said relationships are never, ever 50-50. He said some days you come home, you're going to be at 10%. The other person's going to have to come home at 90%, do all the laundry, do the dishes, take the trash out, and let the other person just chill. Some days you're going to be 60-40. Some days you're going to be 30-70. Like, some people are going to have to pick up the slack for the other person on, like, depending on when you're ovulating and all those things. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's in any healthy relationship, it has to work that way. And there are going to be times where you're not just coming home at 30, you're spending 4 months at 30, right? Things happen in relationships where people go through crises, and it's so easy to say, yeah, I want to get married. It's a lot more difficult to go, I also want to get married if this is going to be the worst, 4-year run of this person's life, because I would rather be with that person under those conditions than without that person. And I think if you get to that, then you probably should, fly to Ecuador for New Year's, or bug tussle. I don't tour anywhere. Just saying. Rain says sometimes you're both at 10, and at that point, this one goes to 11. Sorry.
I think that is very true. I never thought of it before until I watched that today. And I think you have to get married 3 to 7 times before you actually realize.
Do you mean as a team?
Like between the two of us?
Did you mean as a team or individually? Because, those are, if that's the case, you're on rookie numbers, and I got to come back in 4 or 5 more years? On the bright side.
Anyway, it's nobody's fault, is what I'm saying.
On the bright side, they probably won't stick around long. So you could probably knock out 3 or 4 more by the time you move here. Anna,
yeah,
Nicole.
I think it's easy to jump in, and then one day you come home early from work and your girlfriend
magic show
jumps out to tag team your girlfriend like a magic show.
I think what Reese is trying to say is love is blind.
Love is blind. I saw Frank's dad was here. That's awesome. Sometimes you're both at a 10. You just need to acknowledge that, and that's okay. Yeah. So that was a reel that I watched, and I guess I don't need to repeat that one because I pretty much just said it. The other one was interesting. Couple of things. This guy said, and I thought this was interesting. Thank you, Kat. Thanks for noticing. This guy said, what his wife said to him, what do you do when your relationship becomes, I'm too busy for this and that? Like, you're not putting the work or the time into it. And he said something really interesting that I liked as well. He said, you can make the time, like there's no question that you can. And he said, a lot of people spend their time on this, and you could cut back on that and probably add a few hours a week into your loving partner. But he said, if you eventually don't make the time, eventually you're going to break up. It's just a matter of time, right? Could be years. But then what's going to happen? He said something interesting. He goes, you're going to start dating again, and you're suddenly going to have all this time, and you want to know everything about them, and you're courting them, and you're doing all this. And you could have simply just taken the time into your previous relationship to do it. You can make the time. And I thought that was, because I understood the first part, but the second part made so much sense. You break up, you get divorced, you whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And then you go pour all that time into a new person and trying to impress them and starting all over, which sometimes that's fun, sometimes it's not.
I think that's a key point, Pumpkin, because when you first get with somebody, they're not seeing who you are, right? What they're seeing is the sales pitch of this is who I am. And people try to craft that to be, the perfect version. And if you're going to do that, that's great. But if you talk to people who are struggling, the easiest question is, what was it like in the first, 3 or 4 months you were together? Oh, he was sending me flowers. He called every day. He told me I was beautiful. He took the trash out, right? He was always cleaning up. He was always asking if there's anything I could do. And then you say yes, and they bail out back and, hey, I'm going to fantasy football. I'll be home in 5 hours. Right. And you just, all of the things that you did in the beginning, if your marriage is starting to get to a point where it doesn't feel like it's being successful, then you need to go back to what you were doing in the beginning.
Exactly. Right? And Joanne Hawley, Wes Lightburn, I agree with that. And Barbara Waite, for some people, it's all about the newness. I'll never understand that. The newness can be fun, but I have too many people I've talked to. The newness isn't that fun to me. Sure, it's like you get the butterflies and you're all jittery, but you don't know. You'll tell me I'm wrong here, guys. Hey, Brock, you don't know somebody, I feel, for at least like a couple of years. Their actual idiosyncrasies, their habits. Like, you have to really, really, really let somebody let their walls down to get to know them. And some people take longer than others. Right? But I don't feel like the newness is always fun because you don't know them. You're getting a version of them. I have a really good friend. Oh my God, this made me just think of that. My good friend who I talk with?
You do.
She has 3 kids and she has a daughter. And her daughter is like 20 or 21. She's stunning. She's beautiful. And she was saying to her mom, she goes, I have a date. This was a couple of weeks ago. And I loved this babe. She said, do not get dressed up. Don't let your boobs out. Don't hike up your skirt. Don't put all the makeup in the world on. And the daughter was like, what? That's what I would do, quite honestly. She goes, don't give him your best version of yourself. You don't even know this person. Wear a pair of jeans, put on a t-shirt, jazz it up a little bit, but don't put all the goods out on display. You don't know him. He needs to work for it. The right guy should get that version of you, not some stupid guy that you don't know. Why would you? I thought that was the best mom advice. If I had a daughter, I thought that is such good advice. Why would you get all dolled up for somebody that could be a potential, go past your boundaries with consent? If you're all those things, give him a basic version. And then if he's the right guy in the 3rd, 4th, 5th date, and you're really feeling it, then put all your makeup on and maybe show a little more skin, but he doesn't deserve it yet.
I hate newness. And yeah. I did a bunch of it in my life, and newness sucks. It's I don't think that I'm a really different person though. Communication is to me it's the basis of everything. It doesn't hurt if you really are attracted to the person that you're with. I think that's important, and people downplay that. But even when times are, you say, what do you do when times are tough? And if you remember what it was like to look at that woman and go, oh man, if I don't get her, I'm going to die. that kind of thing will carry you through really small arguments and make you go, I'm not letting this blow up into something stupid. It doesn't, make any sense at all.
Well, you said to me when I was in Ecuador, we were having one of our deep talks, and it made so much sense. You said that's why sex is important in a relationship. You know how people will go, sex isn't everything. Sex isn't that important. It's your heart. It's all of that. Sex is extremely important. And to me, it's very, very important. It's love making. It's the physical chemistry. So Tommy made such a good point. Do you want to go ahead and say it because you were so good at it then? How you basically said, like, that's the times when you're fighting, you still want to look at her and go, God, I still would want that though. Like,
well, and if you watch, there are videos that are fantastic all over the internet of couples that have just been together a really, really long time, and just some of the most beautiful things you hear where you look at these people and we have no idea what they look like when they were in their prime, right? But that's what they see when they look at each other, and you'll hear the guy go, man, she's still such a dish. And the woman, I know everyone's seen this short where the woman says, no, I'm wrinkled and all that. He goes, yeah, I don't know how I fell in love with you when you had no character at all in your face. You know what I mean? As the person, they just become something that is, I think it is important. I don't think, here's the thing though, if you don't have communication, then all you have is sex, and that's going to blow out a relationship pretty quickly.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the downfall, is if all you, like, there's that Riley's human. I love that. And yes, Rain, passion is important. That's the downfall, is you could also have the opposite of that, where you have a really toxic relationship where you guys fight and you don't even like each other.
But back to doing
amazing. Yeah. I've been in relationships like that where it's like, but he's so good at it. That's a really bad path.
Yes. Skills will only get you so far.
Babe. Carl. I was talking to my parents about you two in Ecuador, and my mom was shocked to hear you talk about sex. And I told her about the 2 flaps versus the 4 flaps versus Finding Nemo flap. Well, tell your mom it is a thing, and she should know. I'm sure she has 2, 4, or 3.5.
I was told there would be no flaps.
Well, there's a lot of flaps.
Just kidding.
Flaps.
You know what? I think you walk a tightrope, because there's certain if you're with somebody in a long-term committed relationship, then go nuts, right? It's healthy, and it is that would be the wolf pack. It's a representation of love. It really is. And the more people communicate, the largest sex organ is between the ears, and if people can get along and deal with that. But a lot of times there are people that become they're so freaked out by the subject matter, and I'm not trying to sound like Glenn Quagmire or anything, but if you can't talk about it, right, you're probably not doing it right. I'm sorry, but Woody Allen, in an interview, Woody Allen always talks in his films, the subject of sex is always super neurotic. And in an interview, a woman said, you seem to really be almost uncomfortable in all the films about the sex talk. Do you really believe that sex is dirty? And he said, only if you're doing it right. And I think that, the more that it's normalized, it's probably not a horrible thing. I don't think we should be encouraging random hookups in adult bookstores, but I think that committed relationships, this kind of discussion probably isn't hurting too many people.
That is such a good point. I don't know anything about Woody Allen. I know his name, but I don't know anything about him. That is such a good point.
I liked his films. He's a bit of a creep, but married his stepdaughter.
What?
Yeah. Adopted daughter. He married his adopted daughter. I'm not making that up. I wish I was. Brock Bandy. Yes. I was referring to the brain, but yeah, the tongue is definitely between the ears too.
Wow, that's really gross, and I'm having a hard time with that, with what you just said that I really liked that he said, but you just then ruined it.
Yeah, it's a great line. I mean, it's a great line. There are people who are worth quoting that aren't necessarily great people. There are great quotes that were said by people that aren't great people. Those are things that kind of happen. But I do like the quote. I don't like him anymore either. I used to love his films, but he really creeped me out with the whole Sun Yi thing. This is it's creepy.
Not really.
It's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, that's really upsetting, and it's really sick. Thanks, Joanne Holly. I think I will. This is
his wife was Mia Farrow, so he was married to Mia Farrow. Really kind of sleazy because he absolutely was a father figure to this girl at one time.
Yeah, I would say that's more than kind of sleazy, but that's one way to live your life, but I certainly don't approve of that.
Yeah.
Wow. So the other question I have, speaking of relationships, how often? Okay, this is a reel that I was watching earlier, and my parents were happily married for 52 years. Never heard them argue. I was blessed. That is blessed, and so were they.
Wow,
that's incredible baby steps. That is incredible.
I think my parents made. They were in their 50s.
Thank you for your super chat. That's amazing. I like knowing little tidbits like that about you. Me and my boyfriend have never had sex together. We've had the best internet sex. We just know how to get each other off. Well, that's totally fair. What do you think Tommy and I have to do because he's in another country? I'm not trying to get weird, but
yeah.
I mean, I think to me, that's a healthy thing. I think that's very healthy. There's nothing wrong with it. If you really love your partner and you're not with your partner and you are long distance, what are you supposed to do? Do you want to? Did you want to take your clothes off, or should I go?
The Punisher. It's the 190cc S&S motor. Bravo! It's got a kickstart. It's got a Screaming Eagle pipe on it. I'm kidding. Rumors, just rumors. So come on, that's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. It's the floor model. It's cheaper.
It goes going. It's made by Harley Davidson.
It is. We got the floor model. Saved a lot of money.
Babe.
I'm kidding. It's electric.
It's
we had to run 220 into the house though. It wouldn't run on the normal 110 volt. I'm kidding. These are the jokes, people. These are the jokes.
Too far, Carl Hungus.
I'm here for the internet.
But he can lay the pipe.
Oh, yeah. Bunny,
yeah. I'll be back. I'm just going to go find an ATM. How often, this is interesting. I'm going to play a little tidbit of this. Will you listen for a minute? How often?
A day. I'm sorry, what was the question? It does come with a crash helmet. You bought one too? Yes, it does. And a harness. Go ahead.
Sicko. Dirty bird. I do love that thing though.
Yeah.
How often? I want you guys to listen to this for just a second. I'm going to play some of this, and I can't remember the guy's answer, so I want to play this. It's an interesting question.
To you.
Okay.
Monogamous relationship should be having sex.
Committed relationship.
Yeah.
So this is
how often should a committed relationship, monogamous relationship, how often should you be having sex? I like this guy's answer, but I can't remember what he said.
Completely subjective. This is my opinion, your opinion. Babe, I know the statistics are some people once a week, some people do it once a month, some people do it twice a year. I don't understand how they're even getting sleep at night. I think real answer, you should have as much sex as you can have. That's your person.
Yeah.
That's your person. How do you guys go to bed without doing this? Like, you guys, like, it's the way, oxytocin makes her stress go down and puts guys to sleep.
Yeah.
That's why you have to go over there. That's what happens. Oxytocin's released. But it also is a hormone that makes it so women's stress level goes way down. In which case, babe, how often should we be doing this?
As often as we can.
Yeah.
Daily, at least.
You know what? What are we sitting around here for?
I liked that because he said I didn't know that about the oxytocin.
Yeah, it's the love hormone. Now, I'm going to weigh in on this because I do have an opinion. I'm just going to throw this out there.
Carl, please, you have the floor.
I'm going to go with 46 every 2 weeks.
Okay. We did not go through that many condoms.
I'm just tossing that out there and saying, I'm being funny.
Don't be gross.
I was kidding. I do have a funny story about that, though. Maybe for another time.
No, but in all seriousness, I'm trying not to be weird. How often do you think a healthy relationship, because I get it, here's the thing. People have kids. When you have little kids, it is hard to make time for dating each other, sex, things like that.
I can see it being more difficult to make time for dating, but making time for sex isn't making time, right? This is again why I think that if there's a really serious draw to one another, it's probably a question you're not ever going to have to worry about answering. You know what I mean? Because the answers end up with stuff like, well, until someone stops us, right? Until the police show up.
What's the worst probably is when you jump into bed together and you're all into it like the first year, and then 5 years down the road you're like once a month. That would kind of make me feel very self-conscious, like you're not into me anymore. I would think that's kind of showing potential for the relationship dying.
Yeah, I think so too. And Brock Bandy's got the right idea. There's kids in the house, whatever. Go in that bathroom, lock the door, kick the shower on, right? Crank a little Guns N' Roses. I'm going to recommend Appetite for Destruction, right? Something like Mr. Brownstone at 100 decibels.
Rocket Queen.
Not in my place. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. My first marriage was that way, but otherwise, I never really had relationships like that. I that's why it shocks me. This is a real thing. It shocks me when people say like, sex isn't everything. Well, it's a huge part of it. It isn't everything, and it shouldn't be everything. That's where it becomes toxic. But is it not a huge part of it if you're not attracted to your partner, and two, your partner doesn't know every button, every part of you that they should, that like, that's the other attractive, sexy thing to me about sex is your partner should know every inch of your body and like what you like, what you don't like, what you're into. It's a safe space to just go, hey, I really like that. You're never going to tell other people that. You're never going to admit to that. It's a one person that knows that about you. And I think that's beautiful and special and intimate. It's not for the internet. It's not for the world. Of course, we're talking about the topic, but I don't see how sex couldn't be a big deal. It should be a big deal, right?
Yeah, this is my opinion on that. It can become a problem, right? If you're like shopping and you got to leave the cart in the aisle and go hit the restroom, like that's a problem. If you're sneaking off at times that you really shouldn't be, or in a cab on the way home from a restaurant, like maybe, there are things that are over the top.
Wendy R., I brought this up to Tommy yesterday. I said, what if there comes a day that I don't want to have sex with you anymore? I said that. And what did you say? Because I think I am entering the stage of perimenopause. I'm 41.
Again? Sorry.
And what was your answer? I was actually truly concerned. I was like, what if I don't want to have sex? What if I'm not into it?
I am out of here. And then I said, no, I'm kidding. Isn't that how it went down? I was like, yeah, I'm gone.
He was like, I'm out of here. And I was like, well, that actually makes sense.
And I said, no, I'm kidding. If that's part of being in a relationship with someone. If that tends to slow things down, that's why you have to be people that can communicate and people that can work through things. Because if that's part of it, I mean, the good news is there's a 14-year age gap. I think I'm probably more likely to start hitting those peaks probably before you are, right? I mean, more than likely that's probably realistic. I'm not a young man.
I don't think it happens to men.
Of course it does. To some degree, every guy loses a step.
Al Pacino's 110. He just had like his third baby this year. I don't know that happened.
Yeah, but you could do it once a year and have your third baby, right? I mean, we don't know if Al's tearing that up and waxing that thing 3 or 4 times a week.
What about Bill Belichick? He's like 93 and his girlfriend's 19 or 20.
Is she that old? Have you seen the pictures? I don't think she's that old. Like that's creepy as hell. I don't care who you are. That's just creepy. And here's the other thing. It gets back to, once again, I realize that chemicals will change both of us, but there's there's a bit of a draw. I think it's there's something unmistakable about the fact that the two of us are, I don't know exactly how to put this.
I love that.
Like horny teenagers.
We are?
Yeah. And I think that no matter what happens, the love isn't going to go away. If it's, if you get to a point where you don't want to do it anymore, then, you know, we'll burn that bridge. We'll cross that. We'll do the thing when it happens. But honestly, if you love somebody, then it's probably not going to be the end all and be all. And that's why I think when people say sex isn't everything, it isn't, because you can get to a point in life where that's not going to be what it was. That's everybody. I don't think, you know, some people may be lucky enough to get through that with their entire life. However, there's also some things that you can do about it. Guys can get on testosterone replacement therapy, and there are substances that you can take that sort of allow you to do it longer in life.
And Armina, yeah. And also I thought about the fact that you and I really, really make each other laugh. That is really important to me. That's more everything to me than sex. Health problems because of health problems, we don't have sex anymore, but we do miss it. Try to make up for it with showing love and warmth in any way we can. That's beautiful.
That's a beautiful thing right there, man. That's pretty much what I'm talking about.
How much were you having sex with Fred? It will all work out. Never. I never once had sex with Fred. He was 95 years old. I never once had sex with Fred. And that's okay. It's just like Armine said, it was intimacy in a different way.
Yeah.
And I appreciate every moment I had of that. Iwa, question, is intimacy the most important? We have intimacy every day, but it is not always P and V sex. Oh, like Peter.
Yeah.
Sex and intimacy is so much more. After my husband bypassed, we had to discover intimacies all over.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
That's so it's not always P and the V. I like that, by the way. Well, I'm gonna start saying it. Put the you know what.
But you know what? That probably hit the answer more than anything. Yes. I think that while you're able to do it, you're probably not going to have to get together and say, hey, how many times are we going to do this a week? And as you get older and that sort of dies down, the intimacy will not. We laugh more than any two people that I've ever met. It's obnoxious. People, you know, in public, we're annoying. We make each other laugh all day long. And that's just that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's Tommy is everything I wanted out of him when I first met him, and I never got it. I never thought I would. When we broke up, I was like, it's too bad. That was such a like almost perfect relationship, because I've never known anybody who makes me laugh like him and who we just roll with ever. Like the communication is so flexible and
effortless.
Yeah. So I'm so glad that we worked our shit out because of that. Excuse my language. Renee Rainbow, I saw the cutest picture of you today on Facebook. Great to see you together again as friends or whatever. You pinky swore on it. That's so sweet. Good to see you, Renee Rainbow.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Intimacy is way more than sex. It's about getting each other. Yes.
I 100% agree with
that. Joe is my
favorite.
But
it does lead to dancing. That intimacy. But it does lead to sex, right? The intimacy definitely does that.
It certainly leads to a call about your cable.
You know what else is fantastic? Nice. You know what else is fantastic? Quibs, even if you get to the point where you can, you know, it's just not a part of your life anymore, you still have really incredible feet. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Everybody go subscribe to our other page that we're going to be building up soon. We're going to be a Christmas special on another channel. Intimacy isn't always a sexual thing at all. I need intimacy to have sex. Okay, so this is a great point.
Yep.
I have told you this. Megan Roberts, are you a Cancer sign? Tommy and I are both Cancer signs. I have said this. I could never. I've done it in my early 20s. I used sex as a coping mechanism. I was addicted because of my dad. But holy crap. Hey, Amy Edge. At my age now, I've told you this so many times. I could never just have random sex with someone. I couldn't. I would cry. I would feel like I have to feel something. I have to be in love. I have to feel that intimacy. Megan, yes, spot on. Babe, do you feel that way?
I do. I absolutely do. It's the deeper the connection, the better everything is, right? Drinking a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking, laughing.
The looser the waistband, the deeper the quicksand?
Or so I am told. No, but I mean, just spending time together.
The sweeter the pushing. Wait, The bigger the cushion, the sweeter the potion. You know what I mean.
Deeper the waistband, the quicker
the waistband, the deeper the quicksand, or so I have read.
Did you really just bust out with the pen to sing it to?
I do that on my channel all the time.
Big bottom.
Big bottom. Talk about bum cakes. Reese has got them.
Mud flaps.
Mud flaps.
I believe the line is, that's the next verse. That's the next verse.
Who knows?
You know what? I did a lot of the period of time I grew up in. There was a lot of people that slept with each other once and sort of took off, and it isn't good for the soul, in my opinion. Now you can live any way you want, but I don't think. I was in love with Reese about 8 seconds after I met her. It was a bit of an issue.
On YouTube or in person?
Well, more in person, to be sure, but it started on YouTube big time. It's game night.
Thank you. So loud. Where did it start?
I believe we were on a panel doing a like a mock show, talk show kind of a thing, and they were asking questions, and you said something that just really made me laugh that whole night. I think there are some shorts that you can see of it, probably somewhere.
And I said, you know my schedule. I shave my panty hamster every Friday. And Tommy cocked his head back and went, I shave my panty hamster. And he went, I'm sorry, every Friday? Is that where it happened for you, babe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we met up in Florida.
And then did you say, Reese fits me like a flesh tuxedo. I'd like to sink her with my pink torpedo.
Lady O, what do you think? I'm some kind of a sicko?
Big bottom. Guys, that's a song from a movie. When she showed you her foot.
Yeah, what am I, some kind of sicko? I'm not going to lie to you. That did have a lot to do with it.
I absolutely was married at the time, but I was really into Tommy.
No.
Oh boy. Oh geez.
Whoa. I'm with the blonde woman.
I was so attached to you pretty quick. Unhealthily. It was unhealthy. It was.
Probably a little of that.
I took a look at that big schnoz. I loved it. I loved that nose.
Oh, the nose.
Oh, I loved your nose. I hated your dyed handlebars, but I was like, we can work with this.
Would you stop that? That was years ago.
It actually was years ago. And then your little tiny ferret eyes, your little beady marmot, your little beady marmot eyes, and your big falcon.
Did you make it work?
But you pull it off. How you look like you sucked on a lemon, your face is all pushed in.
Watch yourself, white chocolate.
Wait.
That's funny.
Babe.
Yeah.
I remember your foot was so tiny, Reese. I don't have little feet, guys. I do not have little feet. I don't.
Well, in my hands, they look teeny. Reese, you were there.
Oh my God, Megan Roberts, you're hilarious. Babe, I took a look at all of that. And then when you said, I just got out of the clink, I was like, I think I want to take it for a test drive.
Yeah. It's usually my go-to pickup line.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know. Tommy never went to prison. He just says that to pick up women.
Yeah, that's right.
And then next thing you know, I got a knock at my door, and this guy was like, I'm here for your cable.
Exactly. I'm moving to your basement.
Do the moose imitation.
I could probably bust out one.
I love you, Joanne Hawley.
He is such a good boy.
He's in here.
He is such a good boy. I found a video of him this morning from me and him in Bug Tussle.
I can't stand him.
I think I was really mad at you at the time. It's a funny video. I should send it to you.
You want to know something funny though?
What's that?
I'm ready to get rid of Seamus and Kid. Moose is my best cat. Hey, little me. Moose.
You're not going to allow. We can't talk like that.
I'm putting them on Craigslist.
I'd leave you there before I would leave Kid there. Ah, psycho.
Craigslist. They're going on the Bug Tussle Craigslist tonight.
There's only 3 people on the Bug Tussle Craigslist. What are the odds somebody's going to take them?
That's true.
And they're the 3 people that probably dropped all of those animals off.
Potatoes.
By the way, I love that. I love that. He drops the line from Caddyshack. Hey, you want to make $14 the hard way?
Hard way. Hey, sweetheart, you want to make $14 the hard way?
I bet you were really something before electricity.
Now I know why tigers eat their young.
Potatoes. She's lost a lot of weight, that kitty.
Can you make a shoe smell?
Nice. What do you do back in Boys Town?
Good kid. I'll give you asthma.
Oh, a hot dog. You'll get nothing and you'll like it. I'm sorry.
You'll get nothing and like it.
How would you like to mow my lawn? Sorry.
Judge, my dad never liked you. We built this club, he and I. Judge, my dad never liked you. Reese, you nailed the face.
She did, to be sure.
Which one?
It's another movie we might have seen more than once. What's that?
Which face for which line?
I'm assuming the.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? How would you like to mow my lawn?
How about a fresca?
Judge Schmales. Oh, he's hilarious.
You know what to do with Schmales? Sawing on the Achilles tendons right there on the bottom. When he comes back, all the weight will be on his back foot. He'll push everything. He'll quit the game.
Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, I loved him. I absolutely love that. I got to watch all this live over the last couple of years.
Yeah, that, you know what? That's there's something to that.
Half of your lives are just movie lines.
3/4 of our lives are just movie lines. Gunga. Long flowing robes, striking. He hauls off, hits one 300 yards. The foot of his equation. Long hitter, the llama. What's that?
Bark like a dog. I think you
should.
When the poor pastor is playing in the thunder and lightning, I think you should keep playing.
Yeah, I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for quite a while now.
Bill Murray, I'm going to miss him. He's getting old. He's getting really old.
But like me, he's going to outlive us all. He's going to be around forever. You know why? Because he doesn't stop laughing.
Oh, I'm sure he's hilarious. Like I bet he's a genius at.
Oh yeah. You know, his if you ever watch any of his really early stuff, like before he really became a movie star, the stuff that he did in the Second City and the stuff that he did on Saturday Night Live was just genius.
I never watched it. I never watched Saturday Night Live.
Oh, he'd have you peeing yourself. Some of his best work was done on Saturday Night Live.
Let me tell you something, Frank, Ty.
That whole scene is so fantastic.
No, I never touched the stuff. Why don't you
Kentucky feather bent green.
That's okay. I don't want to stick to
it. What's that?
Why don't you have a seat? That's okay. I don't want to stick to anything in here. Hey, Rue. He's still quick as a whip.
Really harsh. What?
I like that. I saw a recent interview. He's still quick as a whip.
Yes. The Lounge Singer was fantastic. Star Wars. He would just. Scrooged was one of my favorite films that he was in.
I never saw it.
Absolutely loved him in Scrooged.
Didn't see it. Did not see it. So, what else do you got going on?
You know, I'm still trying to nail down this New Year's thing. Starting to piss me off a little bit.
Babe, what do you want me to do?
I feel like you're leaving me hanging.
What? Okay, let's talk about it since we're live, and we said we were going to keep everything private, and clearly we lied. So, what is it that you're wanting to know? What are you trying to accomplish?
I was thinking we could get together for our traditional New Year's celebration.
On the beach?
You gonna wear that eye makeup?
Yeah, 80s.
Stripes was great.
Renee B, that is correct. I was not born then.
Lee Harvey, you're a madman. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's not over yet, Lee Harvey.
I figure it's a tradition at this point, and
hey, Ms. Weedy Poo.
I think the time has come. The walrus
To do
said.
what? What are you trying to nail down?
Make an honest woman out of you.
What does that mean exactly?
I'm going to. I would like to make it official. Quibs.
You still want to do that after everything I've done to you?
You've heard my theory. If you love something, set it free. If it doesn't kill you, marry it. Right? If it doesn't successfully destroy your life completely, marry it. Oh, really? There's an excellent documentary on John Candy on Amazon right now. I love John Candy.
Me too. His birthday was recently. I can't remember how old they said he would have been. I loved John Candy so much. He looked like such a kind man in real life.
The Buck Melanoma scene is one of my favorite comedy. Buck Melanoma, Molly Russell Wart.
I think this had you need to get married in Ecuador with Pastor Gary. Damn, Renee B was specific about that.
She called the shot, didn't she? She did this one. Right there. Winkyard.
Sounds great.
It's a reference in baseball where a guy gets up to the plate and points to where he's going to hit the ball. It's an arrogance.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So in Ecuador, Pastor Gary, you, me, probably your brother.
Maybe my friend Luigi.
You know, he's my friend too. Jen O is having doubts about this. Tommy, are you sure?
I'm pretty damn sure.
You are.
But you know what? It's
say it.
What's that?
Look into our eyes and say it.
Can you tell if my eyes are open?
No, they're like little cartoon slits.
Yeah, it's kind of because I'm blind at this point. With Meatloaf playing in the background, not a bad call.
Actually, we already have our song picked out, but Meatloaf is fantastic.
Sorry, I forgot to mute it.
I'm not really bothered I used to be embarrassed to admit that, but I love Meatloaf.
I do too. Love Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell, one of the greatest albums ever. If
you marry Reese, you get us as baggage.
Well, it's too late for that. I didn't die this. It just.
Babe.
Yeah.
We already have a song picked out. We've had it picked out for a long time.
We're not doing Big Bottoms.
Talk about mud flaps. My girl's got 'em. Big Bottom. Rue. I've tried to super chat your brother, but I'm blocked. I'm hoping it's not on purpose. I'm nice. I love Rue. Thank you.
Did you tell me you wanted to kill me at some point? I don't know that. I don't remember blocking you. But I can go in there and try to look. You got a better chance of.
It's on Johnny's.
Your bro. I can. I'll check with him. That
Rue, it's probably a mistake. We love Rue. Thank you for your super chat.
Yeah, and he probably has a better shot of unblocking people. I'm really not very good at it. But I will talk to him, Rue. That sucks.
Yeah, I'll back that up, and I can even text Johnny. We'll get that sorted, unless we can't get it sorted out. So I have people who are blocked that it's
Take me, for instance. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a man.
Tommy is blocked on my channel. You'll notice he comes over through Colton and Crims because he's blocked. Yes, Renee B did a should. That's okay. We love Renee B, and that's okay. But thank you for your super chat very much, guys.
He gets it.
Do you love or not love her tiny nostrils? Oh, boy. I think it's important to clarify before you seal the deal. So Martin has been saying this for a long time, that I have tiny nostrils.
You do. I have a type. And if you could look at pictures of, I have a nose type. I really dig noses. Come on, you've looked at, how many times have you seen a picture of, and you go, ooh, I look a little like that girl.
Do you have a nostril type though? I have
a nose type. You have very small nostrils.
I have underdeveloped nostrils. My mom was a heavy smoker, so I got corgi legs and tiny nostrils.
And no enchiladas on your honeymoon. Yes, I'm all in on the nostrils.
Okay. What else? So tell us what you're all in about. What's our song going to be?
Reminiscing.
Oh, did you change it? Damn,
No.
I can't say no to that.
No, I'm not. You can. I was. Come on.
Friday night it was body dee. Sing it, babe.
If you got to do a DVD, a DDD, it's probably the wrong one anyway.
We'll go dancing in the park.
Walking in the dark. Sorry, I love the Little River Band. No, our song is a Billy Joel tune.
I'm okay with switching to Reminiscing, though. That's a great song. Caroline in Canada. Hold me
closer. Well played, Kim is Blue. Well played.
Our song was, but I'm happy to switch, was Matter of Trust by Billy Joel, which I know is ironic for some of you.
No.
I did this thing like almost a year ago, and my life has been a living hell ever since.
I like her idea. Did you see Meredith Lynn's comment?
The most important decision, where are you going for enchiladas after? Good friend of ours.
I'm a fan of enchiladas. But I'm not going to be eating enchiladas on that particular day.
What are you going to eat?
I almost got you to blush again. That was one of the great moments ever.
Blush on tonight, but I actually did do it. That was the cutest moment because I truly was a dumbass and I stepped right. You can go back and watch that. I'm like, what are you going to eat? I had no thoughts about that. See, people think I'm a deep thinker. You're wrong. Reese was upset. You're forgiven, Megan Roberts. I told you, baby cheese, they're very lovable. Now officially verified by none other than the lovely bald bank robber himself. He likes them. Yeah, he likes them. Some people have commented on my nostrils. Babe?
Yes.
We actually thought of this. Meredith Lynn, we're going to order a tray of lasagna from Luigi, but we're also you're starting to freeze up. Can you hear me, babe? Okay.
Absolutely.
But we're also going to get some enchiladas from my good friend there. And she makes the best guacamole, and she makes her own chips.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Great song, probably not ideal for the
come around and talk it over.
For the wedding song. So we also kicked around some stuff by Miley Cyrus. We're still going to go with the Billy Joel tune. That's enough.
And I did it song was on. Sing it, babe. Sing it, White Chocolate.
You're a tool.
What about
Jeno gets it. What about a little Nickelback?
Do it, babe.
Never made it as a wise man.
Couldn't
get it as a poor man stealing. Come on, join it when you know it.
Is that Nickelback?
That's Nickelback, yeah. Yeah, you like that one, don't you? You didn't know it was Nickelback. Now you're ashamed.
I hate that effing song.
Sure you do. With arms wide open.
With arms wide. No, you have to do it deep. With arms wide open. You have to Ted Levine it. Did you know that?
What?
Did you know, fun fact, Ted Levine is the lead singer for Creed? With arms wide open.
Lady O loves Nickelback, see that?
Under the sun.
There'll be no Creed. That is my creed. Everyone has to have one. Mine is I'll deliver your luggage.
I would rather spray oven cleaner into my corneas. There goes my hero. Watch her as she goes.
I did a lot of damage to Dollar General when I left Bug Tussle. Their stock definitely went down.
You know, every time I see that mouse the other day, no one knows this except Tommy. The other day I saved a mole or a mouse that Moose had in his mouth. I see it all the time now. And it goes, someone saved my life tonight.
Sugar Bear.
And then it looks at Moose. It looks at Moose and it goes like this. And it goes, you nearly had me roped and tied. But your mom saved my life tonight. Burning flames.
Oh, who did it?
Jamie
Who brought
Palmer.
it up?
Giant Jamie.
Jamie Palmer, how dare you?
That is the creepiest song. I want to reach out and grab ya. No thanks, dude. We're good.
I get up. I can't cool down.
Isn't it weird that song is totally about STDs?
I don't think it's a gonorrhea song, but
burning flames.
No,
that's all he says.
It's talking about his love.
Good for you, Rue. You saved a gecko from your cat's mouth. Now go back outside, Rue, and that gecko is going to go, there goes my hero. Watch her as she goes. That's what all the
you know what it would be? It would be, where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods? Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? Do you want to know? You know it.
Every time the animals outside do that to me, they go, I need a hero.
Muskrat Love would be a beautiful song. That or Freaking at the Freakers Ball by Dr. Hook. It could be a good one, too.
Never heard of it.
You're glad you didn't. It would have offended you big time if you had heard it.
More than Ted Levine singing Creed.
Oh wait.
Now do it now. That's it. Did you know that was Ted Levine?
I had a feeling. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. That's a wedding tune right there. I can see that. Well, I remember every little thing as if it happened only yesterday. Out there with that red scarf he always had on.
I don't think that's a wedding song. That's God.
I'll have the quesadillas. I make a mean quesadilla.
That was Steven Seagal in that Nickelback song. He jumped in and went, oh, the quesadilla.
You've got to stop saying that, because that's actually like rock and roll royalty. That's not.
Come get them. Hurts my throat every time I do that.
And as well it should. As well it should. You should feel horrible for that. It's Billy Gibbons.
Worst song. Babe, let it go.
Do I know Midnight at the Oasis? Time to put your camel to bed? No, I've never heard that.
I'm through with standing in line.
So it is the bottom of the ninth and I'm never gonna win. I don't know the song. I'm sorry, it's not for me. Does nothing for me.
A bathroom I can play baseball in.
Yeah. And a big hot tub seats 12, including me. I want a credit card that's got no limit and a big black jet with a bedroom in it. Sorry. Hard for me to say I'm sorry is actually a good tune. That would be a bad one. Don't look at me like that.
You know, I've never once worried about what the haters are going to say until right now. The fact that you know Nickelback lyrics, like I'm worried about my career.
Do you want to go down this road there, Sunshine? Or we'll just give you a pass?
You can show every text message in my phone. You can buy my son. But if you think that I know every lyric to Nickelback, my career is over.
I know the lyrics to everything, kid. That's kind of how my brain works.
Babe, it's a reflection upon me, though, that you know Nickelback.
I'm not a fan, but they played them on the radio quite a bit. Pink Cadillac for the win. Well played.
Brock, don't encourage this.
I'm going to join the Mile High. Been there, done that. Sorry.
It's the worst. It's worse than Seagal. Been there, done that. It's the worst thing I've ever heard. I've never heard anything worse. Babe, I've never heard.
Nickelback is making a comeback. Quote me on that. Oh, we will. I'm sorry, we will. You know who else is making a very strong comeback at the moment? Culture Club. I can't back that up. I just thought it was a funny reference. Boy George, Culture Club. Too young?
Oh, doesn't ring any bells. And
There's a loving in your eyes every day. It's terrible. Dressed as they dress.
I did want this to be my wedding song before, and it was just a missed opportunity. What if we did who's that? Kid, what are you doing in here?
Do you really want to hurt Reese?
Hey,
sorry, go ahead.
what about because you're so old? What if I walk down the beach and that one song plays? I will be your father figure. Put your tiny foot in mine.
Talk to daddy.
Talk to daddy. What if we did that?
Yeah, not bad. I could go with that. It's a nice day for a white wedding.
Till the end of time. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I like Nickelback aside from one song. You look better with something in your mouth. That's
disgusting.
That sounds made up. Did you make that up?
You're making this up. Angie Barr, are you making this up?
That sounds made up. I don't think they really did that.
Babe, who sings that song? I will be your father figure.
That would be the guy from Wham, George Michael, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
That's a great wedding song.
You're Anna Nicole Smith, to be sure.
Do you want to?
No, I think we could do better.
What do you want it to be?
Come
on, boy.
About it.
I gotta know right now.
You know what would be fun is if we did that, we could go back and forth. Will you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me?
Stop right there. That's just not much of a wedding song. That's
Barbara Wade. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now. Will you still love me when I'm 64?
Babe, that's kind of a depressing song, though, because he doesn't really love her. And he's praying for the end of time.
I know. I'm being a wise.
You know, whoever made fun of my eyebrows that one time and said they're way too blonde, you need to draw them in. I kind of feel like that's accurate in this moment. I can't even see my damn eyebrows. They're ghosts.
Turn the page.
Babe, we also were going to karaoke that.
Yeah.
And we can build this thing together.
Bleed, 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 bleed. I actually know the words. I was just doing that for your benefit. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Pook, that's a good song. Queen, you're my best friend.
I love that song. Absolutely love that song. And it's apropos.
Stab you. Okay, get over here. What's with this newfound crying all the time, girl? Come here, girl. Kid. No one.
You can hardly see them either.
Kid.
Oh, look who it is.
Kid, what's happening with your life? Because I'm about to toss you out the window. I liked Matter of Trust by Billy Joel, but I also like
Friday night, it was late. I was walking you home. We got down to the gate, and I was dreaming of the rain.
Potatoes. What's going on with you, and why are you behaving this way? What's happening?
Angie Barr, I can't believe they have a song called "You Look Better with Something in Your Mouth."
Squeeze. Huxley.
She's svelte. She's not even beefy anymore. Now
Can
she's
you
those little potatoes.
I bet Tommy doesn't know the lyrics to "We Stand Tall." I would put money on that. Thanks, Hux.
The Wayback Machine, "In the Mood" by Glenn Miller. And I bet you thought I wasn't going to know the words to that, right? But I do know the words to "In the Mood."
Tommy's really good at lyrics. Etta James, "At Last." That is a great song.
That's a great song.
Did you hear the drummer from Squeeze passed?
No, bummer. Then I said, "Hey, baby, it's 2:45. There's a mess of moonlight. Won't you share it with me?"
Babe, I got to be honest. Right now, right here, I'm not against Little River Band. I do love that song.
It is a beautiful song. I like a beefier potato. Yeah, I get that. I'm bummed out that the drummer from Squeeze died. I love that band.
Was he old?
Yeah, I mean they're we're all getting older, but yeah, that's a bummer. At last. It's a pretty decent song.
I really like Reminiscing also for like you know how people renew their vows after they've been married for so many years? That's a great song for that too.
It is a beautiful song. I sent you a couple of good ones today. You didn't like any of those? I'm sorry.
don't be late.
I can hardly wait, I said to myself when she's gone. It's such a beautiful voice.
I know. It's such a great song. Tommy, how do you feel about being with a woman in her mid to late 40s?
Here's the thing. You can't buy into that whole age thing because there are guys that really kind of get off to that.
Look at Bill Belichick.
Well, yeah, I mean, but having, a little girl and kind of forcing her to call me daddy. I'm kidding. Come on, take a deep breath. I'm kidding. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm horribly, horribly immature, and Reese is very mature, so that 26-year age gap doesn't seem nearly as bad as it might look at first glance.
I'm sure that won't be clipped and placed onto a hater's channel within the next 12 hours.
Hold on, we'll give him something else to.
You want to give him
something else to go with? I have asked her to send me. No, I'm kidding. What?
Follow us on our other channel for Christmas movies. You are 41 and not mid-40s. Thank you, Just Joan. Hey, no one. You're barely 40, Reese.
First of all, we had a discussion about this today.
I was making a joke. It's really gross.
I said something to Reese. I sent her a thing today that said, "Not a wrinkle on your face at 34. You just gotta love that." And she's like, "Who is this? Your Ecuadorian girlfriend?" She said, "I'm not 34." And I was like, "Really?" Because the other day I said it and you corrected me. Not 3 days ago.
No, I didn't.
Nothing could be farther from the truth.
Nothing could be farther from the truth.
Yes, actually, you did. Papa, don't preach. There's a theme developing here. Do we have any Kinks fans?
Like, what are your kinks?
No, the band.
Oh, I was about to start rattling off some things that I.
What about Hey Mickey, but change it to Tommy? Oh no.
I thought that the other half of this show is about to get dark. I thought you were asking what people's kinks are, because I've discovered a few things myself that, coming out of Scientology, I didn't know I was into.
Like the trick with the carrot? I'm just
Actually, I like the one more with the black olives, but not green. It needs to be a black olive.
Yeah, what are we, perverts?
Thanks, Lisa Kelson. Hey, Robin W. How about In Spite of Ourselves?
Oh, wow. Great song. You know what? And I love anybody that is a John Prine fan. He was probably the best lyricist that ever lived, in my humble opinion.
Speaking of my fake turquoise, we need to flip that over.
I have heard the new Billy Joel song, Turn the Lights Back On. First song he did in 17 years, and it was actually a hit, which puts him into a guy that has hits in 4 different decades, which is pretty wild. Might have even been 5. It's an incredible, and with 17 years off.
I'm sad about Billy Joel.
Yeah, I am too. But you talk about a run. When he passes, I may have to take a month off. It's going to be traumatic for me in a big way.
I know. I'm actually really worried about that, and I hope I'm in Ecuador when it happens. Hey, no one says she has a question. How important is honesty and openness in a relationship? In the cult, she was a former Scientologist. In the cult, we believe we must be 100% honest at all times about everything. Later, I read it's not the best.
You have to be 100% honest about things all the time. But I think that the skill is in not doing it. Billy Joel's just getting old. He can't tour anymore. He stopped his shows. He's got a swelling on the brain.
Yeah, he's got a brain disorder.
Yeah, that's causing pressure on his brain, causing him to fall down a couple of times on stage. They are working. They're working on it, but he's just getting toward the end of the run. It's kind of how it happens. Yeah, honesty has got to be the most important thing, but you have to get to a point where you can be honest without hurting the feelings of the person that you love. You know what I mean? It's being honest and not being mean, because sometimes honesty comes off in a ugly way, and that's why I think some people go, maybe it's not the best policy. It's the best policy, I promise.
Here's my answer to that. Me too, Lisa Kelson. Here's my answer to that. I think you should be 100% honest with your partner. In Scientology, we have to be honest about our sex lives, our partners on the cans with our auditor, our ethics officer, our senior CS. So everybody knows everything. That's where it's a control issue. It's totally inappropriate. You don't need to be honest. That's like the mistake. That's like the mistake that I made coming out of Scientology. And when Tommy and I started streaming, I was talking all about our sex life and being open about everything. That's what I was doing. I was channeling that. I think you should be honest with a partner. I don't think that it's right to have a cult force us to do what we did, which was give up all of our crimes, our thoughts, our sex life, everything. That's inappropriate. It's wrong. It's
unhealthy. You're sharing things with people that you probably should not be sharing anything with, much less everything with. And that's just a terrifying concept, in my opinion.
You have to tell your auditor all the sex about all the sex positions with your husband, what you were thinking about, past life sex, past marriage sex. That's gross.
That's crazy to me.
You should never have to share that outside of anything. So I believe in honesty. I just don't think you need to be in a religion, right, where they want to know everything about you. That's sick and very twisted. Megan Roberts made an interesting point about lying, though, to your partner. Like, I don't know. It does come up. Like, babe, what do you think about if I say, like right now, guys, I'm heavy. I'm heavier than I've been in a long time. I'm like 190 pounds and I feel it and my jeans are tight and I just feel bloated and big. And I don't really, I'm in between medications and doses, and that has a lot to do with it. But I have been on FaceTime calls with Tommy recently, and I'm like, I'll flip the camera in front of a mirror and I'm like, look at my body. Like, I hate it. Like, do I look fat? He never, of course, would say yes to that, but I don't also think he's lying to me.
Butter that bacon. Bacon that sausage.
Yeah. In fact, Tommy will be like, go ahead and eat more, hun. Like,
no, you know what? I don't care. It's just, it's just not a thing. Well, you know, but it is what it is. I don't care. I don't care.
Didn't you ever lie on the cans? You know, I was doing a handstand and enjoying sex with my 95-year-old husband. No, I've tried to lie on the cans at an early age, but they find out. There's no lying. There wasn't any beating the E-meter for me. Other ex-Scientologists, I guess, have said that they could. I was never able to do it. I was never, and if I had to write all my crimes down and hand them in, it would take like a month for me to do it. They'd read everything. They'd set them in front of me and put me on the cans and go, is this all of your crimes? You're sure this is everything? And I'd go, yep, I'm sure. And they'd go, okay, you're not done. Go back and write more. So there's really no getting out of it. There's no lying. Rue, in Scientology, what time did you have to go to sleep? And did you have a radio and TV in your room to sleep with? So I think you're more referring to people in the Sea Org. I was in the cadet org for a very short amount of time, but sleep and food are extremely important. They do want you to have, like, go to bed at a certain time. It's hard to do that when you're a staff member because you're there till midnight, 1 a.m. But did you have a radio and TV in your room to sleep with? No, they really frown upon, you can listen to music, but they really frown upon watching TV. And that's to this day, I don't really watch much TV for that reason. But you're probably thinking of Sea Org members, and they don't get a lot of time for that. They get like 3 hours a week off to do laundry and clean their rooms, and they get their rooms checked, like a white glove check. Thank you for your super chat, Rue. Now growing up, it was like the Sea Org in my home. My dad did lights out. He did white glove checks in our home. We had to do all kinds of hard labor, and he would literally come in and do a white glove check to make sure that everything was done properly.
I find that creepy as hell. The whole white glove thing, the whole nonstop cleaning thing sounds a lot like prison.
You know what's weird is I will talk to Tommy and he'll go, what are you doing this afternoon? And I'll go, oh, I'm white gloving. Like, it's a thing. It's still in my mind. I'll be like,
you did that today, actually.
I'll look around my house and go, God, I got to white glove this room. It's a thing. I still say it. I got to white glove this. That needs to be white gloved. I am very much a cleaner through and through. I'm a busybody like that. I never sit down. I'll sit down.
You know what's sad is PV used to be considered so bad, but think about how much worse it is now. You know what I mean? I mean, we used to watch commercials. Now commercials watch us. You know, our watching TV was something that you sat in front of the idiot box. Now the idiot box is interacting with you and predicting things you're going to do and trying to sell you stuff and change what you think is attractive or intelligent, or it's terrifying to me. I think we were actually safer with that crowd.
And you know, LRH was obsessed with cleaning, and I don't know why. Like, I remember a reference they used to read to us all the time. If you don't have any money or you're broke, he would say, clean, 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 like clean everything and you'll pull in money. He would say, like, if you're sick, if you have a fever, if you have the flu, get to work, start cleaning, and it will increase your body's tone level. Do I have
Megan Roberts' comment up, if you don't mind?
I will, but do I have Huxley white glove? Absolutely not. No, Huxley is like most probably teenage kids. He's not the cleanest. He's kind of a slob, but I never ever give Scientology commands or words to Huxley. No, I don't say like, I'm going to white glove check your room. Hell no. I let him be a kid as much as I possibly can. I don't want him to have to go through what I did.
I beg to differ.
I know sweet talk is lies. I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world or a princess or smart or any of that. I know that. It just pushes a button with me. I like to hear it, lies or not. Why do you talk a lot?
What makes you think it's lies? Because I think when you're in a good relationship, that is exactly what he sees. I don't think he's lying to you. I think he sees you as the most beautiful woman in the world. And this, I mean, you ever see a couple and you go, what is that woman doing with that guy? Or what is that guy doing with that woman? And you just think to yourself, oh, you know what? He's probably rich as hell. And people come up with all of these sort of theories. But love makes people look at the best, you know, in their partner, and they see beauty that I'm sure nobody else sees, right?
Like
Reese doesn't like runny eggs. Oh, I know. What's that?
I am not lying in the slightest when I say I love Tommy's falcon beak nose. I'm serious. I look at his nose and I'm like, oh, I love it. I'm in love with his face. I love his little beady rodent eyes. I'm crazy about it.
Work on somebody else.
You pull it off.
You pull it off.
No, Megan Roberts, I truly believe that. Like the features in your partner, why would you say? I'm curious why you would say that sweet talk are lies. I don't think like my stomach is a thing for me. Everybody knows that. I hate it. I don't work on it. I'd probably at this point have to have a tummy tuck if I wanted to. The right guy will adore your fat rolls. There you go. Tommy freaks me out because he is like 100 push-ups a day. He has a yoga body. When I get around him to get naked, I'm like, yeah, not happening. Because he has a yoga body, he takes care of himself, and it makes me uncomfortable to show my non-yoga body. I have more of like a mashed potato body. And
how does that even mean?
It took me a long time. He's like, Reese, I love this.
If I wanted to, if that wasn't what flipped my switch, and I'm never lying. I don't say things that are lies. If I didn't think you were the most beautiful woman I had ever seen, I wouldn't want to be with you. I wouldn't want to marry you. Those things are important to me, but that's exactly what I see. I'm not putting that on for anybody. And that's the truth. No one says, yep, lights out, undercovers. Yeah, I don't let that go on. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. You know why? Because what the cameras and the lights, you just can't pull that off under the covers. And the guy working the boom mic.
Do you know, shut up. Do you know for the first like year and a half that Tommy and I got naked together, I would cover my stomach with pillows and I would tell him, I have like way more of a six pack than you. And I don't want to like make you uncomfortable with how much I work on. Like fitness is my life. And I just don't want to like make you uncomfortable with it.
You have from time to time.
And he didn't know I had a fupa for what he thought that was just pure six pack for the first year and a half. I was like, I know you really work on your body, but like mine is so much better than yours that I don't want to make you uncomfortable. So I had to lie for the first year and a half. Craig says my Tommy brought him 4 children and 3 grandchildren.
I love that.
National treasure.
I absolutely love that. Robin Trower is fantastic. No, I have some complaints, but you're doing a lot better.
You didn't reject his compliment. He just called you beautiful. You really are. Thank you, Angie Mo.
See, that's getting better, but I do have complaints. Every once in a while you would do the pillow thing. Reese would be like, "I'm just going to cover this part of my anatomy with a pillow." Fortunately, we're past that.
It was just such a six-pack that I didn't want to scare him off. It was just.
Yeah, you just wanted to give me a rash.
Stacked, right?
Yeah.
It was built. Gillian Anderson's exists. It's obvious I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world. Unless you are a movie star, people just look weird. So you got to get past that, girl. That is not. That is what they tell you. That's a cult. As a matter of fact,
and I'll tell you something else that's terrifying, right? If you went back to different time periods on this planet, what is considered attractive versus not attractive is probably an 8 or a beer ball.
Reese, when I met you, I thought you were tiny. Robin or Renee, that's because you're 6'4". I'm just short, girl.
You're 6'4"? Yeah, you need to come down to Ecuador.
She's an Amazon woman. It's
no, amazing. This is the thing about that. The what passes for beauty? I mean, Brazilian butt lifts and inflated lips, because the world was doing that at a rate you cannot imagine, right? One of the most dangerous plastic surgeries ever, to get your butt lifted higher, right? Well, when I was a kid, if somebody had a butt that looked like that in the back, they would have gone, ew, not because that's what we believed, but because they program you. All the billboards you look at, all the people they put in movies, everywhere you look, car ads, holy crap, you can't even buy toothpaste without looking at somebody that had every part of their body augmented.
What about like a Zoloft commercial where she's like romping through and they're like, you might experience bleeding from the eyes, your colon's going to fall out.
Suicide is one of the risks.
Suicide's a risk. Your rectum's going to fall out at a family dinner. And the woman's like,
yeah,
come on. Wendy, that is such a nice thing. You look great and your personality makes you beautiful. Thank you. Debbie Zito, you don't count because you are a Polly Pocket. Robin W. No, I'm serious. It's different in different countries. You're tiny. You have the most amazing set of bodacious Bahama Mamas, Meredith Lynn. Neither here nor there. Megan Roberts, this is...
Let's leave her boobs out of this.
Megan Roberts, you are, I hate to say this, but it's a cult that, to compare yourself to Hollywood celebrities, that is an unrealistic expectation. And to be honest, let me ask you something. Seriously, would you want to trade places and look like that? I can tell you, I am not happy with my body. I'm heavier than I've been in a long time. I can only imagine it's from my pancreatitis, going off my diabetes drug for 5 weeks, getting back on it at a low dose. It's screwed up my body. But I know that Tommy really loves me. I've accepted my body and I love it. It's given me a child. It works well. It does what it's supposed to do. And here's the thing. I wouldn't want to look like that. I'm serious. Ask yourself that true question. Like, would you want to switch places with Khloe Kardashian? Like, do you want?
They're all getting their implants removed. They're all trying to. There's a big push right now to people that are sort of walking away. It goes in waves. You watch.
Is this pretty? Like, I don't want to look like that. Is this pretty to like have your face? Like, I mean, they look embalmed. I don't.
Well, as you can see, I've been doing a lot of work myself. I've had quite a bit done.
Well, Tommy had a nose. He added
augmentation.
Yeah,
I had it made larger.
That's a dead person.
Go one size bigger, but I'm sticking with it.
He was on the list for a dead person's nose, and then he finally got it. Most of us see you with unconditional love. Thank you, Lisa Kelson. That is so kind. Your tummy carried Huxley, so it's a beautiful thing. Marie Marian, like Jamie Palmer, I wouldn't either. I would not want to switch bodies. I've come to like my personality. My mom, from 18 on, my mom would say to me, you're not going to be for everybody, Reese. Not everybody's going to like you. And that really bothered me. And then my dad said to me once, I was so fat when I was 11 and I'd had body issues ever since. And being with the right person is great. Tommy's great, but accepting yourself is even better. And so I don't strive. I used to look at my body and be like, how can I lose this stomach? You're not going to. It's not going to happen. I've had a C-section. I'm Italian. I have that like lumpy spaghetti stomach.
What?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean,
you know, I promise you, this is the most fascinating part of leaving the United States is, you spend a half a year not looking at any of that. There are no billboards. There are no, there are billboards all over the place, but you don't see pictures of augmented and, women
right.
with the duck lips and all. It's just not a thing here at all. And everybody is very happy with how they are. It's fantastic.
I always think that she's American because of her name. It sounds American. She's Australian. Maybe it's the beach and sports culture in Australia that makes it difficult here. It's all of that. Megan, you are not wrong. Chica Cherry Cola, that is so kind. Thank you, babe. Megan,
Chica Cherry Cola, good to see you.
You are being conditioned. It's not your fault. And I'm not sitting here telling you like you're wrong. It isn't. We've all drank that Kool-Aid, girl. Like we're shown, like Tommy just said, it's in our face. You don't need billboards or old school. It's on every picture on social media. It's everywhere, right? Like
Stony, Stormy, Swami.
Samsonite.
Yeah.
Yeah, Megan, you're in the same boat as the rest of us, but you can't trade bodies. It's the body you occupy. I think you're beautiful. I'm Facebook friends with you. I've seen you. And that's what, like, people were just saying, Reese, a lot of times people will say, Reese, I wish you could see what I see. Tommy says it to me all the time. Megan, I wish you could see what I see. Give it a chance.
I think we get a pretty good idea, though. What with the growling and the, sorry.
Oh my.
You guys leave us alone for a sec.
Take this off.
We'll be going live in 2 hours on our other channel.
Yeah, please come over and subscribe.
Your tokens.
Give us your money. A stream that Tommy did a few months ago made me embrace my freckles. Oh my God, I love freckles.
I've never met a guy that didn't like freckles.
I'm jealous of. So I watched this reel the other day of a girl selling makeup, and she was covered in freckles. She had freckles everywhere. It wasn't like just a few here. And she was like, ladies, watch. I can cover every freckle. And I was like,
why?
Why would you do that? It's like women who have curly hair. And I'm like, God, I'd kill to have curly hair. And they're like, I wish I had your straight hair. Are you nuts? Freckles are so attractive. I think they are. I wish I had them. Every time I see a woman with freckles, I'm like, damn it. Freckles are cute on men and women. Absolutely. Freckles are absolutely.
But the body, if a person loves you, then they're going to love every part of you. And but if your feet were bad, we just wouldn't have made it. I cannot abide an ugly foot. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Shallow.
Don't freaking judge me. What's that?
Shallow.
Oh, come on. You've got your issues too. What if I had a very small nose? What if I decided to get a nose job? What's that?
Sorry, I heard something. Nose. You said no, small nose.
Yes, I did.
Glasses are really cute on men and women. Tommy prefers me in my glasses.
Yes, I do.
It's just Megan Roberts. Here's the thing. I know you're young and I'm getting older, and the more like Megan.
Well, knock it off. The getting older stuff. Knock it off.
Megan, here's the thing. I talk about this on my channel a lot. You don't go to a funeral and go, God, she looked good in that bikini. You go to a funeral going, how did that person make me feel? What was the effect? What was their heart like? How did they affect me? That's what most of us do. It's true. Beauty is so subjective. I had a crush on Philip Seymour Hoffman. I don't have a crush on Jason Momoa and Channing Tatum. Like, it's people with the feet. Like, it's just what features are for you. And hopefully your mate loves, like, I hate my stomach. I hate it. Tommy doesn't care. Not only does he not care, he embraces it. He loves it. It's pillow-like. You fell asleep on it.
Have I ever said it's pillow-like? The things that you say.
Remember when you
I'm sticking by the Jennifer Lawrence looked like she'd have stinky feet. Yes, I said that, and I'm sticking with it.
Poo-poo.
Yes.
Remember when you napped on it?
I don't remember napping on your stomach.
Okay.
I think you're making that up.
My 27-year-old precious gringo daughter says, embrace your body. She lives in South and Central America. Yes. Okay, Megan, what are the alternatives? Rue is right. What's the alternative?
The problem is, look, we have the lowest birth rates across the planet right now. We have the lowest birth rates that we've ever had. And one of the reasons is because the ideal now for men doesn't even exist. Now, when we were growing up, we had to look at people like Christy Brinkley or any of the supermodels of the day. Now, most of them are AI. Somebody sent me a video today of 4 girls bike riding. It wasn't dirty or anything else, but they were very scantily dressed, and the email that went with it said, I made this on a computer. None of these people are real, but you talk about computer generated stuff. I wanted you to see this. Do you remember the video that I showed you where the politician falls out of a chair drinking? They can fake anything. And you have all these kids that would rather masturbate in mom's basement than actually go out and try to have a conversation with a woman, because it's just the ideal that they've put up doesn't exist. Where are you going to go find that girl whose lips are this big, right? Whose butt is as big as the television and whose waist is this big around?
And do you want that? Do you want
the problem is, if you're seeing 50 million images of that by the time you're 22, as a guy, that is what you're going to like. And if we could purge that out of our lives, if guys and girls didn't spend all of this time having, hey, this is what's beautiful shoved in your face, and you're told this is beautiful, that's not beautiful. I think it's one of the most destructive things that we've ever done on this planet. The number of people who hate their body today. Think of the number of people who just say, well, they look in the mirror and go, I don't look like that person. Maybe I'm born in the wrong body. It's a terrifying thing.
Yeah, Robin W., I thought you were a member. Thank you for being a member. I love this because I have a close friend who says the same thing about her partner. How we think we look appealing one way. My husband prefers me in jeans, t-shirt, and a ponytail. Yes, I would absolutely. So my friend the other day, whose daughter was going on that date, said the same thing. She said, dress down, don't be all, beautiful and polished up for a stranger. And she said, my boyfriend always, always, always tells me to wear like a t-shirt, a ball cap. Like that's what he likes, a ponytail. It's true. I think that they are selling you this, but like real men are not like, yeah, like stick your tits out of your top of your turtleneck so they're like right under your chin and make your lips like a dog. I don't think guys.
Shorts, a white hooded sweatshirt, and some white socks.
What, babe?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. I forgot what the subject was.
Tommy does like me. I think Tommy likes me in what I'm comfortable in. And when I'm around warm weather, I tend to wear a lot of dresses. I don't look as good in pants or shorts or shants or ports. So, which is a capri pant, but I prefer to wear like a dress, and he loves that. But I mean,
is there a niner in there?
Are you calling from a walkie-talkie? And totally could have been a state of mind. Yeah, Megan Roberts, I really think that we are super brainwashed. Women are super brainwashed to, we're sold this and shoved down our throats, this story. Gronkowski, I talked about him last night. It's weird because he's like 12. It's weird though that like women are I love that. Joe likes me in an oversized band t-shirt. Women are just sold this stupid lies. It's just another cult of like, we're supposed to reach this unattainable. I don't want to look like Kim Kardashian. Lord, no.
How about just something basic like an Alice in Wonderland dress?
But we already did. Oh, which are we on our other channel? No, we're still on YouTube. Okay.
I've got some great photos. Reese, you were there.
Stop.
Okay. I didn't say video. Neck it in. She said I had some great photos.
You know what? This was a fun time, everybody.
I do have some video, though. What?
I don't usually wear makeup. I put on the other night before we went out. My hubby was like, I really don't think I like makeup on you anymore. I love that.
I would love. How many times, like, one of my favorite pictures of Reese ever is you were asleep. It's the most peaceful look. You remember that morning?
Yes.
I did the why do you build me up?
Your
But
brother,
I sat there like a stalker and stared at you sleeping. What?
Every time I'm around your brother, even he says that to me. He goes, "Why do you put makeup on?" He goes, "You look so much better without it." He's like, "Women look so much better without makeup."
Johnny is definitely a person that doesn't. He's
Yeah,
not a big makeup dude.
See, but Megan, I disagree with that. You should love your tummy. You're not her.
You know what? Honestly, here's the other thing that I think is important. You could go out and buy it. Like if you really want that, it's for sale. You could get her entire body at Dr. Feintush if you had about $1 million to drop. But the sad thing is that beauty has nothing to do with that. Beauty is a choice that you make every single day when you get up. Right? Symmetrical science says that if the right half of the face and the left half of the face match up perfectly, that is what normally people find attractive. I think all of that's BS, right? Choosing to be a beautiful person, right? Making someone laugh, having connection. Those are the things that get you through.
And you know, he's right. Like, so my friend who is my good friend, she has the most perfect pair of boobs that she bought from a doctor in Florida. And
sorry.
And she's like, she's in her 50s and she's like, I'm going to get them taken out like in a few years. But she was like, I got divorced and I wanted them. And she's like, if you want bigger boobs, like there's also nothing wrong with that. Go buy some. You could do that. Like if you wanted to do that, do that. He did not dress as the Mad Hatter, but I want him to for Halloween badly. You have been on the show without makeup, Reese, and you are so pretty. Rain, thank you for saying that. I've definitely done a ton of shows with no makeup. Yeah, I love this. Smart is beautiful, kind is beautiful, loving is beautiful. Like, what about those attributes, Megan Roberts? I'm not yelling at you, but this is something I'm really trying to like pierce through you. It's not just surface shit. Like,
and skills.
What about, you know what? Why don't you try
hunting skills, nunchuck skills, computer hacking skills?
Why don't you try not talking for a minute? Rethink your thoughts and sit this one out. Kat says, where was Kat's comment? Because it was really kind. Where'd she go? Oh, this is a great stream. I love these conversations. And Reese, I didn't get to tell you your stream on your channel last night was my favorite. What? That's the reason I didn't do one tonight, because I thought it sucked so bad. I didn't want to make anybody watch me again today. I literally took a break from it because I was like, yesterday's was so bad that I'm not going to do one today. Damn, Kat. That just goes to show you. Teach a man a fish. There's no I in team. It's a slippery slope.
And if the creek rises and the dog doesn't hunt.
As the crog croaks and the water rises.
6 of one, 3/4 of another.
You're not going to push a wheelbarrow up a hill. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you can, but you can't teach it algebra. Or you can't get it to drink water or something along those lines.
Not with AI.
True story.
Yeah. Thanks, Pook. Wow. Yesterday's stream was really good. I loved last night's stream. Holy crap. I literally didn't do a stream today because I felt like a fucking failure. I was like, I'm not going to do a stream. I'm that bad at this. I'm not funny anymore. I'm lackluster. That's how I'm starting to feel about my streams. I'm like, I'm lackluster. I'm not good at this anymore. God will and the creek don't rise. You could say it that way. Yeah. Yeah. That's one way to do it.
I was told there would be no math.
But what about skills?
You can buy them books, but they'll just eat the covers off. There is that.
That's true. Wow. Thanks, Rain. I thought it was a terrible stream. I felt like I was preaching to you guys. I felt like I overdid it. I was like ramming home the same thing on a loop. Man, I thought it was terrible. Thank you. Wendy R says, this stream is great. Feels like I'm with friends here. Thank you.
How cool is that? Huh?
You crack me up no matter what you say or don't say. Lisa Kelson, to be fair, you drink a lot of tequila and it's easy to make you laugh. You were drunk.
I can see that. No matter what you say or you don't say, Reese and I are like that. We can just sit around and talk or not talk.
For hours.
Lisa,
you were drinking last night. Hey, Sandra Ferguson.
We both love soup.
Last night was awesome. It was like a girls' night. I agree. Baby steps. I'm so proud of my 27-year-old daughter, and she's adorable. She never wears makeup except minimal for special occasions. She's gorgeous. I've seen her. She doesn't have to. She's very much be yourself. Her husband loves her for her. She doesn't let the world dictate to her. I love your daughter. Hey, Wendy Brewer, here's the thing. I'm going to take back what I just said. I said she's gorgeous. She doesn't have to.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have to. I'm going to take out the gorgeous.
Did you, there's the people on the beach in Ecuador, all of them dress the same way, whether they're 75 pounds or 350 pounds.
I told you.
Aha.
I knew it. Lisa Kelson, I'm going to refer you over to the lifeboat for help.
Might want to talk to Captain Tommy over there. Reese usually shows up. She's got a bit of a margarita problem as well. The two of you can commiserate.
I did drink in Ecuador, and I liked it.
Whoa.
Did you miss last night? Hopefully you did. It sucked.
Did I?
Make a cup of tea, Reese. That was my Verizon guy. He was so cute. I was mad.
That sounded also a little bit like your girl at the mall.
My girl at the mall.
The Ecuadorian mall.
Oh, Mona?
It sounded a lot like Mona.
Reese? See? No. Yeah, no, I had a Verizon guy that was
It seems like the overwhelming consensus is that you did not suck.
Oh, well, thanks, babe. I had a sweet Verizon man who was from India, and he was so cute, and I was frustrated about my bill, and he was like...
Did you tell you his name was David?
He said his name was Sean. He said, don't. He did. That's all right. He said, don't worry. He said, make a cup of tea, Reese. I will handle this. And I said, Sean, you're adorable.
Baby Steph says her margaritas are her favorite things, but she only has 1 or 2 a year.
That's because we love her, and I'd love to have a margarita with her someday.
Reese only has 1 or 2 a year also. In her bra. Sorry.
They were 2 for $9, so I had 2. And I didn't feel, there were no effects. Baby, I told you that. I told you. When we left the restaurant.
I walked you up the hill. I very distinctly remember the effects.
Right. When we left the restaurant, I said the only thing I noticed from drinking is that it's harder to walk. But otherwise,
you were also swinging from a chandelier. And there was power tools involved.
I was sober as a judge.
Really? So
yeah.
The step ladder and the camera and the super soaker with extra virgin olive oil, that's just standard Friday night fare at the Quibbs estate?
I was cooking spaghetti.
She invited him to Boom Man. It was a little frightening.
I was making a recipe that called for all those things.
Yes. Whatever.
I thought like an hour ago we were talking about how we're team members on the same team, but suddenly I feel alone. The cheese stands alone.
Yes.
Okay. We've been on for 2.5 hours, fella.
I blame you.
We got to get off and do our regular thing that we normally do. You know that thing I like?
You perv.
I'm just kidding. We got to get on our other channel and put out some content there.
Did you pick up 6 gallons of gas?
I did. And
the one thing about that is it doesn't get good gas mileage. But, you know.
We've had a lot of requests for our other channel. Late night Colts and Crims. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you should see the other one.
It's pretty magical and fiery.
It's sliding away. You know the nearer your destination.
Just a minute, so I don't have to.
50 feet of rope and a driver's helmet. And a crudely harsh fashioned harness.
I think Reese had her feelings hurt a little. No, I did not. I was confused by what Huxley was just telling me. Guys, speaking of Huxley, his birthday's Monday. Keep reminding me because we're getting there quickly.
Yeah, Lisa Kelson, you really were chiffazed because we didn't do Colson Cribs last night.
Lisa and her husband Craig got.
Yeah. Looking for my lost shaker of salt.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, how does she know where we're going?
Robin, are you also drinking? Was there a Colts and Crims last night?
All right, look, I better see all of you on the lifeboat tomorrow. What the hell is going on around here? I leave for 6 months and you all become boozers.
Yes, Buffy, we will. I'd like to also, I'd like to say, please go subscribe to the Lifeboat. It sounds like a few of you. Okay, Debbie, I was going to go tomorrow, actually. I was going to maybe say a few you might want to go over and just get some inspiration for your addiction.
Right. Maybe catch a meeting. We weren't live last night there.
Wendy Brewer, thank you, babe. We were talking about how it's kind of 80s. Hey, will you guys hit subscribe while you're in here? YouTube unsubscribes your asses.
I knew last night's show was amazing. Yeah, we hit it out of the park last night on Cults and Cribs. If you didn't catch it, you were probably as drunk as Lisa Kelson. Sorry.
She was pretty wasted. She was hammered. Yeah. You know what? It was Friday night. We give her a pass. We love Lisa. Reese, put your candle out. I already got a text from Yadira. I'm not touching that. I'll stand up and do it. Don't worry. But thank you, Third Eye Open. I had to make homemade biscuits and gravy to soak up the hangover.
I remember those mornings.
Guys, I want to say something. Thank you for the super chats tonight. Thank you for being members. Like it really is motivating, and it makes me feel loved and appreciated. And just like we have this community on this channel, you got it on the Lifeboat, you got it on my channel, and many of you are on all three.
And you don't need to lurk.
Some of you are not. Don't ever feel like you need to lurk. We love seeing you.
Yeah, there's no reason for that at all.
I want to say thank you though for supporting us. Thank you for being here. To me, it's you don't ever have to super chat or do a membership. Your time is what's most valuable for me. It's my love language. It really is. So thank you. I value your time very much, and I love you guys. I will be back on tomorrow. It will be a weird time. We are going out to dinner with my parents for Huxley's birthday at 4, and I usually stream at 4. So it'll probably be like 6, I'm guessing 6:30 tomorrow night, just so you know. Lisa Kelson, we were joking. I don't think you're an alcoholic at all. Thank you, Buffy. I love you too. I hope getting.
I'm not so sure, Lisa Kelson. I'm just saying.
What'd you say?
I said I'm not so sure, Lisa Kelson. It was low hanging fruit. What was? Come on.
Tommy can
cross the plate like that. You're gonna hit it.
He can spot things more. I believe you blindly. I hope this channel is going again. Helps get Reese and Huxley moved sooner. That's the goal. We're putting.
I love that idea.
Everything that I make, I'm putting. Of course, I have to pay my bills, but I'm going to sell everything I have. I'm really, really trying to get that accomplished. So thank you for pointing that out.
Me too. Although I did buy a pair of shoes this morning. Pretty happy about it.
You did. You splurged. Love you, Jamie Palmer. Love you, Mary Barons. Is there an after party? Not for me because I go to bed early.
There is, but not here.
But it's a table for 2.
Making enchiladas. Giggity.
You know what that's about, fella?
I make good enchiladas, tell the truth.
You're going to do that thing I like. That's okay. Have fun, baby steps. I will miss you, but enjoy that. Please tell them hello. Struggling, their birthdays are actually Monday. Huxley's birthday, he's going to be 16 on Monday. So I'll do a stream. I'm going to have him on just so you guys can validate and tell him happy birthday. All right, everybody. We love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. This was a really fun stream. We're going to do these a couple times a week.
Yeah. Ham pocket enchiladas.
I like that.
Finally, someone that understands the game.
Yeah, well, Rue said she was kinky. Love you, mods. Thank you, mods. We love you guys. This was a long show. I love you all, and I will see most of you tomorrow. Say goodnight, babe.
Stick around, babe. Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, Carl Hungus.